I think I'm live. I hope I am. For the most part, I'm just gonna be chilling here, waiting for, I don't know, things to happen. Oh, okay, I see people. Gotcha, Brian. Dyson M. Okay, cool. Yo, Dyson, I'm sorry, you did not get first comment. I'm sorry to crush your dreams like that, but it was actually Gotcha Brian. He gotcha. He got it. Gotcha. Today we're gonna be working on Thor. I'm gonna just really quickly tweet a tweet out so that way I can, like, you know, get some more traction on this. So allow me. Let me just. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little while since I've streamed. It's been a couple months. And it's like I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I did a Thor stop motion recently. Cool, the bev mode. I wonder how it turned out. Are you here? I thought you died of streams. I didn't die of streams. The thing is, been trying to, like, I don't even know how to say this. Last few weeks, you know, there was a whole Halloween thing. There was the Jeff Bezos video. There was a few big ones. Is this in X seconds? Yes, this is the Thor in 2011 in X seconds. As you can see, with this going on, I have Mjolnir here right now. The scene that I'm shooting is the scene that happens right after Thor gets, like, casted out from Asgard. He's like, you know, because I watched Thor recently, because I had to. He's like, I cast you out, Thor, because you're a jerk. And, you know, Thor goes to Earth, and then Odin's also, like, to the hammer. If anybody can lift this hammer, then they're gonna be bestowed the power of Thor, and then he sends Mjolnir to Earth. And right now, I'm doing this little bit where I have the hammer traveling through the wormhole into the Earth, onto Earth. Did I get your email, the Dudio Studio? I probably did, although I haven't checked any of my emails in a little while. I think last time I checked them was just before I started making the Halloween videos. This is different than what I usually do. Well, in terms of like what I'm doing on Monday, yes. This is not a normal animation day today. Mostly just because, you know, after a lot of time, I wanted to spend this last week mostly, like, trying to gear up to get Thor ready. At least, like, you know, ready to shoot, written, you know, have all the pre-production stuff. Like, I had to, like, you know, I'll get all the figures in order. Like, check it out. What's his name? What's her name? Thor's mom. I got her. Actually, probably makes more sense to put her here. Thor's mom. I got her. There she is. The normal Thor. I've had this Thor for a while. I've had Loki for a while too. Let's see where else. Where's Odin? This guy. The Odin figure. You guys have seen Odin. You guys have seen Odin in video. He was in the Thor's new cat video. I should be asleep right now. Well, Grimlock Animation Studios, if you feel like you should be asleep, you should go to sleep. This video, you know, this stream is gonna be left until forever. You can watch it whenever you want. EdBound, will you ever get the Lego Ninjago Gardens? Ninjago Gardens. I've never really gotten into Ninjago, so maybe not. Possibly if it's a nice set. I got the Seinfeld set, actually. I've been watching so much Seinfeld. It's ridiculous, but it's a funny show. All right, I gotta actually tweet out the stream. I am animating some stuff, and then I'm gonna add a little image, a little video of what you see in the bottom right corner of the screen of Mjolnir just kind of chilling in the sand, so that way people are more enticed to kind of click it. Now here's the thing, fellows, okay? Here's an insider secret about sharing any of your work online. You have to make sure that whenever you're sharing your work, you don't just give a link and you don't just give text. You have to make sure you put a visual, you know, like you have to make sure you give an example. So for example, whenever I tweet out a video or whenever I tweet out like a stream, I make sure that I have like a little animation that is ready to go along with it. Like you see in the bottom right corner of the screen here, of Thor's hammer just kind of chilling in the sand. The cloud is moving with it, you know, and that's enough. That's enough movement to kind of like get people's attention. It's like, because like words aren't enough. Words on a screen simply aren't enough. You gotta really have something ready to go before you introduce an idea to somebody, I think. Anyways, how long do you think Thor is gonna be? Well, I wrote it, and the script is shorter than Iron Man 2, but it was longer than Hulk, so I'm assuming somewhere around 5 to 6-ish minutes, maybe. Can I get a shout out? Chili Penguin Studios, hello. Jerry Hewlett, hello. All right. I've been gone for a month. What did I miss? Everything. The world ended in your absence because you weren't here. EdBound wrote Thor. I didn't write Thor. I rewrote it. You know, I condensed it. Anyways, let's get started on this animation finally. So what the deal here is? What's the deal with the deal? Y'all can hear the music, right? Because I have music playing. I want to make sure that you guys can hear it just fine. It seems like it's playing just fine on the actual audio, but it might be a little bit low. I can like hear it, but I don't know if you guys can. If you're a Marvel stop motion that you've made, well, I had the recency bias, but Spider-Man vs. Jeff Bezos was pretty up there. I really like that last that last part, that last shot when like he's landing at home and then symbiote kind of takes him over. But the sunset, that was nice to make. I use the projector actually to do that, and I gotta show you guys how it's all set up. When is Iron Man 3? It has to be after the Avengers, which means it has to be after Captain America, which means it has to be after Thor. And I'm making Thor right now. But check it out. That's a projector up there. It projects all the way to the wall that you see right there, and boom. And that's the set. It's kind of like, it's definitely flooded by light. I do have to have the exposure on this camera, this webcam, really high, so that way you guys can actually see my face, and it's like, so I'm not like shrouded in a cloud of darkness. But you know, that's pretty much how it's going here. And let's get started. Let's get started on this. You got a magazine. Yo, this was, now you can buy The Simpsons. Yo, thanks very much, Nash, for the $2. Now, fellas, you guys might not know this, but Mr. Moosebones in the chat is actually like the world's greatest Monster Rancher player. If you never heard of Monster Rancher, then watch his videos, because he does a really good job at introducing it to you and making it seem like it's like fun and stuff. I never played it myself, but one day I gotta give it a go. That explains why your face is the same FPS as your animations. Yeah, because like the exposure on this camera is very, very high. So, yeah, the movements on here might be a little bit, you know, a little slow. Give me a reason to sleep, Mr. Animator Man. If you don't sleep, you won't have the energy you need for tomorrow to tackle tomorrow's issues. So how I'm gonna do this? This is actually a YouTube video that's playing in the background right now. I literally looked up like a wormhole tunnel like effect animation. That's it. That's literally all you need to do sometimes, guys. Sometimes the work has already been done for you on youtube.com. You know what? I'm kind of my building's doing this fire alarm thing today, right? Like an hour ago, they said, for the next hour, we're going to be testing out the fire alarm. Don't worry, it's just a test. And it's only going to be for the next hour. They said this to us at 3 o'clock, and not a single fire alarm thingy went off until now. An hour and 16 minutes later. Anyways, maybe you didn't like Venom, but Venom 2 was amazing. I don't know. I haven't seen Venom 2. I'm gonna cautiously stay away from it just because I haven't heard great things. But you know, you're one of the people who said they really enjoyed it. I've heard mixed things. I've heard people say they really liked it. I've heard people say they really didn't like it. But one thing I feel like people more agree on is Eternals. I feel like people really didn't like Eternals from what I'm hearing. Whoa, people are putting in this loading screen. Is everything okay? How do better animating? You practice. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm a real, y'all, okay? I watch my old videos now, like, and I mean like when I say old, I mean the videos I made like 2 years ago, even 1 year ago, and I'm thinking to myself like, damn, I did get better at animating since then. Can you see my comments? Yeah, I can see all your comments, but there's so many comments, you know? The thing, if you guys can see your comments in the bottom left corner of the screen, then they're being shown up. The issue is, there's so many of them that it can be kind of hard for me, specifically the streamer man, to keep up. So, I have this all set up. I have music playing in my ears, and I'm ready to animate. I've been talking for 9 minutes straight. It's time for the main event. So the idea with this bit, as you guys might already know, is this is how Mjolnir, which is, you know, Thor's hammer for the people who don't know in the crowd, is how it travels to Earth. So I have to take quite a few frames actually, because I have to take the empty frame because I got to make sure the rig isn't in the screen. And then the cool thing is how I'm gonna actually animate the background. And it's not really me animating it because it's a YouTube video that I pulled out from YouTube. But I'm gonna do the frame by frame trick that you can do on YouTube videos by pressing the comma key to go backwards 1 frame. That way I can have it, like, you know, in line with the actual animation. So So now it looks like it's actually traveling forward. And I'm gonna have it spin around like really fast, so that way it looks like it's hurtling towards the earth. And it's important to remember that whenever you're doing something like this, you have to make sure that the hammer itself is moving forward a tiny bit each frame. So that's something else I gotta keep my mind kind of on. And I also gotta make sure that the rig doesn't collapse like while I'm animating it, because that can kind of get in the way of progress. But that's frame 2. It's hurtling towards it's hurtling towards you. Can you imagine that? Remember how I got 12 ads on the Bezos stream? Really? Yo, those 12 ads bought me dinner. So I thank you for that. You Ed, I just got here, now I gotta go. Damn, Coco Man plays. Well, I'm gonna see you around, dude. Thanks for that's a Patreon right there, okay? We gotta treat him like royalty. He's the king. There's a natural hierarchy in these chats, okay? It is the normal viewers, which are pretty cool themselves. There's the donators, which are like, you know, the teachers, I guess. If we're gonna think about school logic in the school hierarchy, you know, students are at the bottom, and then it's teachers, and then it's principals, and the principals are the Patreon, and then it's the superintendent, and that's me. I'm the boss, the king, the shawl. Okay, next up, I got the empty frame for this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. I'm a normal viewer. That's right. But you don't have to stay normal. But, you know, there's no pressure for you to, like, donate or anything. Once I get a job, I'll become a Patreon. Wolf Emotion, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna follow you until... I'm gonna see you get your first job, and then I'm gonna show up to your door and just be like, alright, it's time. It's time to pledge. I remember your Twitch chat. Ed, is there a new Discord server? Nah, the only Discord server there is the Patreon one, actually. Now, it looks like... Now, I just talked about Patreon and donations, like, 15 times, and the stream isn't even like 15 minutes old yet, so I think I'm gonna cool on that. I'm gonna just answer some of your questions. Blech. Let me just turn on my fan. It's getting hot in here. Ed, can you please give us some tips on how to animate? Well, the truth is, it's kind of hard because, like, you know, like there's not really like a vague animation tip I can give you. The best thing I can tell you, I think, like from a beginner standpoint, is maybe look up the 12 principles of animation. If you haven't already, because that is, I think, what seriously kind of got me out of my initial slump when I was trying to figure out how to make things move properly, and like, you know, with like realistic actual movements to make my animation kind of take it to the next level and stuff. But yeah, look up the 12 principles of animation if you haven't already, and then the next best thing you can do is like look up some animation analysis videos. There's a ton of them online. They kind of like go over, you know, animations from movies, from TV shows, from YouTube sometimes, I think. And they kind of just talk about what makes it work and why it works so well. And they kind of like, you know, they do it frame by frame too, right? So they kind of really dissect it. You gotta kind of look at it like that. You gotta dissect the animation you do like and figure out what makes it work, and maybe dissect the animation that you're doing yourself and make you figure out what you're not doing that other animators are. That kind of brings them to that next level. It's important. That's the whole thing, right? Like, animation is a skill, but it's also a skill that a lot of people have kind of been trying to figure out and cultivate and refine, so you can learn off of that. You know, we can stand on the shoulders of the people who came before us to get even to even elevate us further. What software do you use for animation? This is Dragonframe, and this background is just like a projected YouTube video. I'm not even lying, bro. This is I didn't do any of the work on this background. But you know, there's that whole adage, you know, like artists sometimes they gotta steal. You put in a bunch of things together from different pieces of media. You throw them all together like it's a meal. How many times did I say like it's a just that? And then you get something completely different at the end. Will you make a Venom movie video? Eventually, I probably will. Okay, this does not look right. That's not how the animation's gonna look like in the final. I'm figuring this. This frame is actually kind of giving me some trouble, and I think it's because the hammer is a little bit too high in the frame. So how's this looking? It's a little bit too close now. I gotta turn it back. Now, fellas, this is the thing too, right? With animation is that, like, a lot of it is finding out what is the perfect next frame to get for this sequence. There's a lot of trial and error involved. I like when I look at this frame, I don't know exactly what's gonna like, you know, what is supposed to come next. I just move it, I adjust it until it feels like it looks right. And the truth is, this might not look right until it's completely done. And I think it's because I don't have like a solid center of gravity with this spinning animation. Unless I do something like that, yeah. I think that looks right. The only issue now is that this isn't far enough left in the frame. There's a lot of nitty gritty, and it's kind of hard to explain. It might be easier to explain if I was a better animator myself. But it's really just practice, trial and error, and I think I got my frame. That's how it is. Will you make Captain America? Yes. I actually, you know what? Something I realized, at the end of Iron Man 2, I said these horrifying words. I said, I'm gonna get started on Thor as soon as possible. The wait between Thor and Iron Man 2 will be nowhere near as long as the wait between Iron Man 2 and the Hulk. So sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to be like a complete lie. What happened was, I got a job at like, at a studio, at an animation studio with Akash, Lego Productions, and Nick, and Rad Visuals. And we were working there for about 2 months, 3 months. And then when I got back, I had this obligation to the people at Bricks in Motion to make a video for them, and that was The Burger is Burning. And then I was like, I want to make another Spider-Man video because I miss doing Spider-Man videos. That's like out of all the videos that you see on my channel, I think my favorite ones to make are the original Spider-Man ones, like Spider-Man Rent to Pay, Far From Home 2, the Jeff Bezos one, and the one that I made earlier this year about the Japanese Spider-Man, because he's like just a really fun character to animate. His fight scenes, the way he moves, like the type of character, like, you know, that he's written to be. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm obsessed. I was also kind of weary on doing Thor because I don't like the Thor movie that much. But to be fair, I'll say this. I liked it a lot more when I watched it this time for this video than I did when I watched it the first time. Back in like 2018, I think. So for people who have, like, you know, who have seen Thor, or at least have it fresh in their mind, it's kind of a weird movie because, like, Thor is very clearly in the wrong the entire time. He starts a war between Asgard and the Frost Giants, and then he's casted out. And then Loki's meant to seem like he's the bad guy because he's the king all of a sudden, and he's not letting Thor come back to Asgard because Thor coming back to Asgard will violate their peace treaty and cause a war. And then, like, Thor's friends are like, I can't believe Loki's doing this. I can't believe he's not letting Thor back in. And then in my head, I'm watching this movie and I'm thinking, like, these friends are idiots. Like, no, Thor can't come back. There's gonna be a war if that happens. You know what war's like? Oh, well. So this frame is not gonna work because the rig is in a really bad position. I have to completely change it. It's like, if the rig is covering up something from the frontal view of the object that you're trying to make fly, then it's not going to work. This is going to be kind of tricky to mask out, but it's still going to work out. Alright, I kind of want to make the hammer travel a little bit further forward too, just so that way it looks like it's actually kind of coming towards us. This is gonna keep looking weird until I think maybe like frame 8 or 9. It's only until then where it's actually gonna look like it's proper. But that's the hard thing about animation too, right? Is that, like, for the first few frames of the animation, it's gonna look a little bit wonky. It's gonna look like there's something wrong. And I think this one's fine. I think this is a fine frame. Where does Lego come on? Wait. Grimlock Animation Studios. I have to read this comment. Everybody else stop talking. Where does the Lego come at on that level with the school representation thing, my fellow animator? Oh, I guess, like, they'd be like the pencils and paper. You know, they're like the tools that we use to write and read and stuff. Cool. Where'd you get that rig? Muscle Man. I got this. What is this? Oh, this clear Lego piece is from the Daily Bugle set, though it's existed long before that set. So I'm sure if you find it, you can find it on Bricklink somewhere. Hey Ed, when will you watch our videos again? Oh man, I gotta do that. I gotta finish that list, huh? I'm definitely gonna do that before the end of the year. He said. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I swear, when I say things to you guys, like, I do have the full intention of doing it, but things just keep coming up. It's crazy. Speaking of things coming up, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't know how many times there's gonna be an animation in November specifically, because it's looking like it's gonna be kind of a busy month with making this video specifically. So I got a question for y'all. Lately, the way I've been doing things is, I've been making a video like every Monday, right? And I've also been able to make like big videos, like, you know, like there was Jeff Bezos part 2 and part 1, which were both like productions that took weeks to make, like 2 to 3 weeks for the first one, I think, and then 8 weeks for the second one, because that was a whole fight scene and that was really hard to make. But, you know, we made that, and I also didn't have to sacrifice making a video every Monday. Now, where it kind of gets tricky is the videos that I did make for those Mondays were like pretty short, if you guys know. Like, let's look at the videos between like Jeff Bezos 1 and 2. There was the Building the Bugle, which was 3 minutes, but it was also like, you know, like it was kind of easy to make. There was, what else was there? There was definitely something else. There's 2 streams in the middle there. How do I not remember? I made these things. I literally spent like hours and hours of my life on these videos. Oh, Venom Let There Be Carnage. I also made like the 8-beater video. So some of them are really short. Some of them are like only a minute long. Some of them are about a minute and a half, or like even 30 seconds long, or even 45 seconds long. And those are the videos that I make while I'm busy working on a much bigger animation. So I'm wondering, y'all, when I do that, it does take a little bit longer for the big video to like be done and created, because, you know, I'm spending a couple days to make a shorter video to have something for Monday. But like, I personally do think it's worth it, because it's like, there's still something coming out every week, and there's also still something big that's like being prepared. So that way I don't have to, like, you know, because last year I think my biggest issue was that I made too many big videos. That was like, you know, there's like Spider-Man War, there was Chef vs. Samurai, and these videos took like weeks and weeks to make, like sometimes even entire months. And there'd be like entire dry spells without any videos coming out on my channel. And also, you know, the pandemic and all, like, you know, being at its worst in that time also didn't help. So I'm wondering if this model is a little bit better. You know, where you guys get more frequent videos, but the videos are smaller in scale. And then every so often there's like a huge one that comes out that drops, because that's the one I spend weeks making. Or if you guys just prefer, like, when I was making Iron Man 2, for example, I was only focusing on that, and it probably came a little bit earlier than I think it would have if I were making short videos to supplement the Mondays with. Have I seen Eternals? I have not. I don't know if I want to watch it, to be honest. You know, I haven't even seen Black Widow. I've seen Shang-Chi, though. That was fun. If you've seen Eternals, what do you guys think of it? Honestly, I don't care about spoilers. You guys can spoil the movie all you want. It's not a movie I was like super hyped up for or anything. Now, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man, like, you know, No Way Home, that's a movie that I would actually, like, you know, sacrifice my firstborn child to see early. So don't spoil that. Maybe I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't sacrifice my firstborn child to see that movie early. But, you know, I'd do something on that scale. I'd adopt them, maybe. Wait, I mean, I'd give them up for adoption or something. As long as I can still see them every so often. I love it. People like the Eternals. How could you make the mustaches appear he was so young? It was just time, yo. It was just time. The mustache was like kind of like a relic, not really a relic, but like a representation of like my current status throughout the pandemic. And this summer and stuff has been like the recharge that I felt like I needed. So it's like I don't need it anymore, you know? The mustache helped me get through the hard times, but now I'm through the hard times. Can you make more tutorials? I don't know what else I can make a tutorial on aside from like editing, maybe some audio stuff, maybe some voice acting stuff. But to be honest, it's one of those things where like I don't feel like I'm good at enough. I don't think I'm personally good enough at those to really be giving advice. But that didn't stop me with like animation back in the day. So okay, so how does this look? There we go. It's definitely flipping towards the camera, but I think the angle's a little bit off. I think it needs to be a little bit more straighter. Like this. And it's gonna look weird because the rig is like a focal point that you can't necessarily ignore. Are you gonna make stop motion of No Way Home? Yes. Hopefully I'm gonna be done this video by then. I have a little bit over a month. So, but with Thor, like what I'm excited for with this video is the set pieces, because I think so far in all the MCU, easily this movie has had the most ambitious and best looking sets. You know, there's the Bifrost, there's Asgard, of course. There's, you know, things like this. There's the snow planet where they fight the frost giants. And then like half the movie takes place in the desert, which isn't as interesting, but you know, whatever. I'm excited for the set pieces in this film, in this video. All right, how's this? I definitely have to do at least a couple cycles before I can still figure it all out. But so far, not bad. I guess the one issue is that it needs to be a bit higher. You have to find like the right focal points to kind of focus on. Like right now, I'm using these two dots as a reference point to kind of make things line up the way they should. Like I'm not trying to line up the two dots exactly, but I'm trying to make the two dots have their own little path. So I'm having it roll up. Okay, I think that might look good. If it doesn't look good, I don't know. I'm gonna have to redo this animation, but you never know. What inspired? Were you inspired by Forrest for the back projection? No. I was doing back projection since well, I don't know how long Forrest has been doing it. He revealed that he was doing it recently, but the first time I used a projector for anything was the Spider-Man No Way Home video I made back in August. You know, where Peter's like flipping and he gets hit by a car. That's the first time I used it. That background is projected. Then I used it for the Halloween videos as well, like Where Are You Going and the full moon. I also used it in Spider-Man vs. Jeff Bezos 2. At the end, where he's like getting home and he's looking at his phone. Can you see the most powerful A? That's it. I gotta be ready for that. Did I like Venom 2? I haven't seen Venom 2. Can you give me an animation idea? I don't know. What interests you? You gotta think of like something that you want to make. That's the best thing I can think of. Like when it comes to ideas and stuff, you gotta figure out like what have you not seen in the world that you want to see more of. That's kind of like, you know, like I make Spider-Man brick films, I think, specifically with like a lot of masking and stuff in mind. You know, with him flying and jumping and swinging and stuff, because I feel like at least 3 years ago or so, there really wasn't that much emphasis on the action of Spider-Man. Not at least I couldn't, not that I could find in like the brick filming community. Did I see the new No Way Home poster? I'm saying, I'm excited for that movie. I'm really excited for that movie. He's gonna be fighting all those dudes. I wonder. There's this thing that Kevin Feige said. He said you should not get your hopes up about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield potentially reappearing in the movie. But it's like you got Willem Dafoe, you got Alfred Molina. Like what did you think people were gonna expect? What the heck? That makes no sense. You're talking about the multiverse. People are of course gonna think of the actual original Spider-Man, like Spider-Men, that were a part of those franchises. How are you not gonna daily uploads? I will listen, okay? As anybody in the chat, if you're listening, okay? Do not try and make daily uploads as an animator. You will die. It's just kind of how it is. Okay, this is a little wonky. I wonder if it should have started off from a little bit further. Or maybe I can move the camera to maybe like make it a little bit less messy looking. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. The way that the camera kind of, I just shifted the camera angle a tiny bit and it made such a huge difference. At least in my eyes. Maybe I'm like insane and you guys actually can't see a single change, but you know what type of clay do I use? I don't use clay. I use sticky tack. It's really good. It's what's keeping the Mjolnir right now on top of the on this rig, and it's doing a good job, yo. I'm telling you, yo, they don't call it sticky tack for nothing. That stuff sticks. Stuff sticks like nobody else's business. I'm gonna take this blue little stud off because I'm not using it anymore. I'm saying, y'all, okay, I had a plan for this shot, I was like, I'm gonna build this rig specifically for it. I'm not gonna have to use sticky tack. I was foolish. You know, the thing about having a plan is that no plan survives like engagement with whatever you were planning for. So for example, this shot, the plan didn't survive the shot. It just didn't. They say, like, you know, in the military, something like no plan survives contact with the enemy. No animation plan survives contact with the shot. That's not true. That's why they got storyboards and animatics. You know, it's actually a very, like, you know, normal thing to plan out your shots and make animatics and stuff. I should get more into that. It'll definitely help out my videos. There's no way. There's no way it can't. You know. But for now, I kind of just like YOLOing it. It's fun. You know. It's what makes the video process fun to make for me. And it has to be fun. You have to have fun with what you're doing, because if you're not, then people can tell. Audiences are smart. They'll know when you made something without passion or without like reason, and they'll react to it. They'll respond. All right, we got to move the wormhole background 1 frame backwards like that. Nice. Do you think Venom will be in No Way Home? I don't think so. Do you think my name is clever? Max Demando. It's alliteration. Everybody loves alliteration. I think it's clever. Have you thought of remaking your old popular brick films? I have actually. I actually have. It's just one of those things where it's like, there's no real point in, you know, spending that energy, like, treading old ground when I could probably make something better with a new idea, today. And I know people really like the old videos too, like Into the Sonyverse is like a classic for a lot of people. And that's fine. I'm glad that people still enjoy that so much. But I think, like, if any of you will, like, you know, will continue pursuing, if any of you guys will pursue any type of art, and you guys, like, you know, find a lot of success with it, you'll find that the stuff that made you successful initially probably will personally be, to you, kind of harder to go back to, just because you feel like you've improved yourself as an artist since that time, which, you know, it's totally fine and normal, but people will still probably respond to it more than anything, and that's also fine, you know. How do you feel about Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac? Sounds like a cool thing. I saw the trailer for it, but there's nothing else that we know about it, so I don't really have any thoughts. How can I have a thought? We know nothing about the project. Venom 2. I saw the Venom 2 end credits. Will I do Iron Man 3? I'm going to be doing this whole MCU thing. And yes, I recognize how that sounds. I actually don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I'm looking at some of these, like, movies. Like, bro, how am I going to do Age of Ultron? How? How am I going to do Ant-Man? Ant-Man is one that scares me. I have no idea how I'm going to, like, how I'm going to get all those little ants to look, like, huge next to Scott. It's probably going to, you know, this projector, low-key, kind of like is gonna come in so clutch for a lot of these high concept MCU movies, because it can like, you know, it can fabricate reality. I wish I had the reality stone. Then reality could be whatever I wanted. Imagine if you had the reality stone. What's like the first thing you'd do with it? And you're not allowed to say end school or something. That's the one thing you're not allowed to say, because everybody would do that. It's the obvious one. Do you have ideas for a Lego anime? Not really. I don't watch anime. Build a bigger ant, but I have to build like 1 billion big ants. How am I gonna do that? I can't really digitally recreate them. I mean, maybe I could. Maybe I'll get that much better at what I'm doing. I need to I gotta refocus this. Okay, the issue here with this frame is that the hammer is too far to the right. I gotta move it a little bit more to the left, so that way it all stays where it needs to stay. This rig is definitely not ideal. I'm not gonna lie. This is very much one that feels like it's gonna break at any second, and that's way too close. Get away. I'm making a Marvel series. Nice. I'd bring back the Spectacular Spider-Man with the Reality Stone. Be the first thing I do. That show got canceled too soon. And it's so tragic. I'm losing my motivation to say an animator. Damn. I don't even know. Like, I lost my motivation. Like, as many of you guys know, like, I was making animations since I was like, what, 8, 9? And then when I turned around 13 or 14, I pretty much just lost all effort or motivation. And I did quit. I left it, and I came back when I was 18, and now I stand before you here today. So sometimes it is necessary to, like, take a break, or to kind of like take a step back from what you're doing if you feel like you've been doing too much, because burnout is pretty real, especially if you feel like you're not getting anything out of what you're doing. You know, I know there's a lot of discouragement that can happen from if you're not getting like views or if your channel's not really like, you know, getting anywhere with it all. Cause like, let's be real, okay? Like when you're an artist, you're like a plant, you know, and a plant needs to be watered in the same way that the stuff that you need to, that the stuff that you make and put out there needs to be kind of watered by attention. Because like, you know, why else do we kind of make stuff for people to see if nobody's gonna watch it? So if you do find yourself losing motivation, maybe try and like take a step back or try and figure out why you got into it in the first place, or you know, like watch a lot of the stuff that motivated you in the first place to kind of try and get that motivation back, that initial source of inspiration. But sometimes it really is worth just kind of taking a step back for a few months or maybe even a few years, and eventually you'll feel the itch to do it again, and you'll probably come back stronger and better now with that you're, you know, new and experienced in different ways. Like when I came back to like animating, I had a couple years of film. No, not a couple years. I had a couple years of high school where I spent a lot of time in my media class just kind of making like live action videos for the school. And in doing so, I learned a lot about film. I learned a lot about like, you know, framing, shot composition, you know, just stuff like that. That also like was stuff that I could use in my own videos, my own animations. That made my animations in the future even better. So, you know, sometimes it's about taking a step back, gathering up some new skills, and if you feel the itch to start again, then, you know, nothing's stopping you. Nothing can stop you. Okay, this looks really cool. This looks a lot better now. See, I'm telling you, this is what, frame 9? Now the frame 9 actually looks like how like the animation should look. Maybe I should change the lighting a bit so that way it can kind of look a little bit more two-dimensional. I have this blue light. This blue LED that's kind of like right here. You can't see it because of all the light pollution, but I want to use it so that way it can kind of make this whole wormhole kind of feel a little bit more three-dimensional and less like a background. Ugh. Damn it. I tried to separate two bricks without pulling out the brick from where it was originally standing, but it didn't work, and they both fell out anyways. Billy McGuire needs to return in No Way Home. On God, he needs to come in. My headcanon, like if I were to write this movie, it'd be like, you know, Tom, Toby, and Andrew. They're all getting messed up. They're all getting like destroyed, you know, by the Sinister Six. They're like last hope, and then you know, and then Doctor Strange is like, I brought one more guy, and then all you hear is "Get On Funky Soul," you know, the song that he's singing, that he's dancing to. And he just comes in and he whoops everybody. Not just the villains, but he whoops the Spider-Man too. He even gives Doctor Strange some whooping. He puts dirt in everybody's eyes. Nobody's safe. Then he pops out of the screen and eliminates everybody in the audience. It'd be crazy. It's not a movie anymore, it's real life. If you die in the movie, you die in real life. Okay, I gotta change the grip point, because no matter what, it can never grip the subject from the front. Otherwise, it will be impossible to mask. It has to always be gripping from the back, like that. Yeah, like none of it is in the back. That's pretty much it. But it's also not right. I need to twist it around. Okay, y'all. Give me a second so I can focus. What are you guys saying in the chat? For the ants for Ant-Man, just stick a picture of an ant on a minifigure. I can't do that. It's got to be real. It's got to be completely... You have to... Listen, okay, one of the things I personally want to do is you got to find the most pain-in-the-ass way to, like, get a shot done. You got to find the hardest way to do it. You gotta find the most annoying way to do it, the most cumbersome way to do it, because, I mean, not always. If it's gonna look better to go the easy way, then go the easy way. But 9 times out of 10, the hard way is gonna look better, you know? The audience can tell when you're cheating, and then they're gonna feel cheated themselves. That's why we don't like CGI when it looks bad, but we love it when it looks good. Yo, what's up, Muscle Man? Thank you very much for the $1. EdBound casually talking about something. My brain's still processing the exact making Thor. Thor was always on the way. I never just abandoned it. I never abandoned this project. This project was always gonna happen. But yeah, I guess I definitely did give a lot of people some crisis of faith, given how long it's even taken me to get here. Okay. I got a lot of space to move. Actually, no. The issue comes with this last frame here. You see, look. I start moving the camera to the right, but then I stop in this frame. And you can tell because the wormhole tunnel right here doesn't move. Like, as you can see, in this frame, it moves to the left slightly. It moves again to the left slightly. It moves again to the left slightly here. But here it doesn't move at all. And then I try to break the pattern again by moving it again. And that's not going to work. I got to delete that last frame. Ugh, always so sad to delete a frame. But what can you do? Sometimes it's necessary. It's a necessary evil. You gotta go with the most... Yo, Melvin with the $5? That's a king right there. Everybody treat him with respect. Can you make a tutorial on how to breathe? I forgot how to. For $5, I'll make a tutorial on how to do anything. How to drink water if you have to. To take a breath. You wanna... And then... And you wanna do this forever or you'll die. That's pretty much it. Backsack, dude, yo, what's backsack? I don't feel burnout. I just don't want anyone I know personally to see it. I'm scared of being bullied, especially going into high school. Oh, you know, that's actually like the exact reason why I stopped, pretty much. You know, the thing is, Akash, Lego Productions, was actually making his brick films throughout high school. And the thing is, we live in kind of a shallow world, to be honest. But he wasn't bullied for it because, well, I think he wasn't bullied for it because he was successful with it, right? You know, it's one thing for somebody to be like, haha, you make Lego videos. But then you can just be like, yo, I make a teacher's salary making these Lego videos and I'm in like grade 10. So how are they gonna make fun of you? You know? Like some stuff, you know, there's priorities. If it gets you some type of like social capital, whether it be wealth or fame or whatever, then people probably will leave you alone. But if it doesn't pick up traction, then you might, you know, it might be a different story. And that's kind of an unfortunate truth. That being said, if you don't want to do animations in high school because you're worried it's not going to pan out, you know, you should still pursue, like, you know, your interest or your hobby in like whatever you're doing, right? Like when it comes to filmmaking or stop motion animation, because you don't have to make a Lego video to make a stop motion animation video. You can still make like a claymation or something, and that aesthetics alone, a claymation, a lot more people do think is like cooler than like a brick film, which I get. It makes like, you know, it makes some sense, but you know, I don't want to make a Spider-Man claymation. I want to make a Spider-Man brick film, you know, and that would be cool. That would be fun for me. I also have like the benefit of not being in high school, so I don't know, man. All I can say is you do you. If you're just kind of like, you know, if you're just open to learn and try new experiences, then you'll find your way up. Spider-Man Noir 3, it's coming. It will be here one day. Eventually. I just don't know when. All the videos you guys are asking for, Iron Man 3, that's also going to come one day. I've seen people say Jeff Bezos Part 3. And the thing about the Jeff Bezos saga is that the Jeff Bezos itself is technically over. But that whole saga with Spider-Man, you know, because like in the last video, he turns into Black Spider-Man. And I'm going to go somewhere with that too. You know, there's going to be more videos that explore what's going to happen next in that story. People did suggest like an Elon Musk thing. And at first, I didn't really want to do it. But then I thought of an idea that could actually work really well. And it's like, now that Spider-Man has the black suit, I think I want to do like a bit where Elon Musk hires Spider-Man to help out, you know, at Tesla with a few things, you know, break up some crowds, you know, keep the stockholder interest in check. And Spider-Man in the black suit is influenced more easily. So he's like, hell yeah, I'll do this. And there's gonna be like a whole storyline with that. Can you do a tutorial on humor? I don't know if you can teach humor. It's kind of hard. Could you give me a shout out for $5? Ethan isn't funny. I've been working super hard on my comedy skills for 6 years and I only have 300 subs. Absolutely great animations. Yo, thank you very much for Ethan isn't funny. Yo, if you guys want to go check out what he's doing, feel free to go right now. He's been working on comedy skits, and if you're doing something for 6 years, you're doing anything for 6 years. You got to be at least a little good at it at this point. So, you know, I'm gonna see if I can check it out too after the stream if I can remember. But I gotta stay focused on this. Somebody asked me how I dealt with bullies back in the day. I mean, like, I don't know. Retroactively, it's kind of like, you know, it's definitely like there's a lot of painful memories that are hard to think back on. And therapy definitely has helped since then. But, you know, a lot of it was kind of just like endure. You know, you just got to endure it. You know, because you can try and do things to, like, you know, fight back. But every single thing that I tried to kind of like get myself out of that position legit just fired like back in my face and kind of like just cemented me as the person to be whipped. It's hard, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This is like when y'all say things like I hate school and stuff. It's like I get that. I hated school. I'm not in school anymore. I'm just kind of like having the time of my life. The best revenge is kind of just, you know, getting through all that abuse and hardship and like coming out better for it. Cause you know what's the point of it is for them to kind of break your spirit until you're nothing, right? So to refuse to do that is like a type of revenge, and it's nice. I've acquired the ultimate power. Perfect tax evasion. Bro, actually, considering he's working for Elon Musk, that'd be funny. Your animations are great. Thank you, Shannon P. Idea. Have Elon want the black suit to power the Tesla so he hires Craven Hunter. Oh, that could be cool, actually. So my original idea is that Elon Musk hires Spider-Man to be like a union buster. Like, you know, like his workers are striking. They're asking for better pay, you know? And then he's like, Spider-Man, go in there and stop that. Get them back to work. And he like, you know, he's using force and stuff to do it. And he's like, and it's like, you know, he has like talks with Aunt May because Aunt May herself is like a union worker person. And then he's like, oh man, what am I doing or whatever. I also have this one bit I want to do with the Seinfeld characters, but that's like a long time coming. I don't want to give too much away. But yeah. Some exciting things going on in the future. Can you be my therapist? No? Bro, I'm not even equipped to deal with like a lot of the things I'm already dealing with. But you gotta do it. But I can't be anybody's therapist. I'm literally just a guy. You gotta get somebody who's trained to do that. Okay, so the magic Thor hammer is flying. So let's see if I can kind of get this loop on. What are we listening to right now? There's no music playing. How long has this been going on for? Where's the music? That's my tweet deck. How is there no music playing right now? Video paused? Keep watching? What the heck, YouTube? You're ruining my stream. Who came up with that idea? Jeez. Do you have a PS4 or PS5? Nah. I want to get a PS5 though. Have you heard from Candace? I've been on the internet for too long. You can't get me with those ones. You can't get me with a shoot Nibalon, bro. You can't. Could there be a possibility of you voicing some lines in my video? Yes, if you email me, I have a second email called edboundvoices@gmail.com. Right now, I know there's a lot of requests in my inbox, so it might be a while for me to get back to you. And I don't get back to those emails very often because it's kind of hard to find time. Anyway, that should be good for the replay. Save the replay. What if Goku versus EdBound? I'm losing. What the heck? What kind of question? I'm losing. Why do y'all want to see me in pain? Okay, we have the hammer, and it's spinning. I should definitely mask this on stream so that way you guys can see how it fully looks like in the end. But you know what I love about this projector? Like I kind of have a sense of how it's gonna all look like at the end, which is really nice. I wonder if it's if the spinning is too slow though. Let's see what happens if I delete some frames. Let's delete this one. Let's delete this one. Let's delete this one. Maybe this one too. That's too fast. Oh well. Let's put them all back. You know, I was going for a slow spin at first, but I guess at this point, I mean, I was going for a fast spin at first, but a slow spin's not the worst thing to come by. It could be like a whoof, like a zoom. Please, you have to do the Falcon and the Winter Surgeon, or the Winter Soldier, or also unsubscribing. You're gonna have to be waiting a long time for that one, bro. I got like 20 movies to go through still. And then I gotta go through like WandaVision after that, and then I can do Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Did you notice in the No Way Home picture, Doc Ock is throwing cars like you predict? I mean, what can I say, yo? Doc Ock, a guy with 4 very strong arms on a highway. What else could he be doing? He's definitely not throwing traffic signs at Peter. He's gonna be throwing cars. He loves throwing cars. With all his heart. Okay. What scene are you doing after hammer time? So I'm gonna animate it actually like landing in the spot in the desert in the stream. And then I think I'm gonna animate like, you know, a bit where a guy in like, you know, sees the hammer and he tries to pull it. Obviously he can't. And I want to have this bit where like the guy's arm pops off and it's still attached to Mjolnir and he has to like collect it. That's gonna be like a running gag for this video. It's like everybody who tries to pull the hammer, like their arm pops off before that hammer budges. Hello, Ed. I've commented a bunch of times before. I was the Walter White that got everyone to say my name. Nice. Just saying hi, and I love your content. Thank you very much, Monch. Thank you very much. Ugh. This is not necessarily right. I think this is better. How does this look? I can definitely fix up the lighting a bit more. Somebody asked me to show my setup. I'll show my setup. Will I do Venom? Eventually. Eventually. Alright, so my setup. You can't see it because all the light pollution. Let's see what happens if I turn down the exposure of my camera. Configure video. All we gotta do is turn this down. Ah, there we go. So, as you can kind of see, now it's actually kind of too dark now, huh? But as you can kind of see, I have this whole desert built, right? And this is the desert that most of the movie takes place in. So, we have some lights here. We have the blue light. And you can kind of see Mjolnir right here under the blue light. Just barely. And then there's the video. That's it. It's been an hour already? Yo, animation takes time. Oh yeah, the video is being projected via that projector right there. You can see the question block that I built a couple days ago. What are some tips for voice acting? You gotta make yourself delusional. Like, when you're voice acting a character, you gotta actually become the character. You gotta convince yourself through delusion that you are going through what that character is going through right now, and you're reacting the way they would in that situation. Anyways. Make Venom first. Are you going to be posting the stream? Yeah, it's going to be staying up. Have you seen Doctor Who? Nah, I'm not British. Wait, what do you mean make Venom first? Like, before what? You should do Stan Lee battling Thanos? I don't know. Stan Lee's dead. I can't animate him. That feels like kind of weird. Anyway. Oh, man. Do I need to have a good microphone to do voice acting? Well, yeah, audio is definitely very important. Audio is... I'm gonna tell you a little secret, okay? Audio is more important than video quality. Like, I've heard people say that I can watch a video that has bad video quality, but if it has bad audio quality, I can't do it. And it's true. It actually is true. Audio is way more important. So make sure you got a good quality camera, good quality microphone before you get a good quality webcam. According to physics, a hammer is supposed to speed 9.8 meters per second. We need an astrophysicist in chat. Thankfully, I see one. Rad visuals. He's an astrophysicist. So does that sound like it's right? According to physics, a hammer is supposed to speed 9.8 meters a second. I got a question for you. Have you seen Futurama is one of my favorite shows ever. Straight up. Futurama is an incredible show. It has wit, it has humor, and it has heart. It has emotional depth. I love it. Best show, one of the best adult cartoons ever. Next up, I think here's a good place to put it. Yeah, this hammer is literally just spinning in the air, and it's kind of hard. I'm gonna give it one extra cool shot. You know, I'm gonna make it slow down when the head of the hammer is kind of rearing forward. That way, it kind of looks like all cinematic. You know, you'll see what I mean when I get there. How much do you like Spider-Man 3? I like it more. Like, the more time that passes, the more I seem to like it. It seems. I'm saying, yo, how can you not like Spider-Man 3? Like, maybe back then people didn't like it because all you had were those 3 Spider-Man movies, but we got so many Spider-Man movies and we got so much Spider-Man media now. It's like, yo, yeah, I appreciate it for what it is, you know? It's easier to judge it now that it's not the only thing
Like, you know, now that it's not only being compared to Spider-Man 1 and 2, especially. Could you please do another room tour now that you've come so far since your last one? Yeah, I've moved, like, since that last studio tour, I've actually moved, like, 3 times. Like, maybe even 4 different times. I like how you use the projector. Thank you, Phenomenal 5 Studios. I like how you use the comment section to compliment me. It's nice. It was very nice. I gotta play The Rock. You know his rap? The one where he's like, it's about drive, it's about power, we stay hungry, we devour. It's been stuck in my head. I don't like it. I mean, I like the song, but I don't like how stuck in my head it's been. Can we get a copy paste of that in the chat? My man in his element. On God. Yo, I gotta chew gum. You should do Spider-Man versus Bill Gates. He's gotta fight all the billionaires, bro. Then he has to fight Tony Stark. Ooh, that is not a good flip. That is not a good frame right there. That doesn't work. You see why it doesn't work? The flippy thing, the hammer, it flips too low. It flips way too far down. I gotta give it some space. Kind of looks like an elephant from this angle. Look at it. You got the eyes, you got the trunk, and you got the head. Kind of cute. Nice, very nice. Okay, that looks a little bit better. What type of clay do you use for your claymations? I use Fimo clay. Are you going to erase the stick? Of course I'm going to erase the stick. I have to erase the stick. I can't erase it right now because I needed to hold it up, in the air. You know what'd be sick actually? Yo, I'm not even kidding. Like, if psychic powers and stuff were real, I would wish to God that I was a telekinesis guy, because you won't even have to animate. You just gotta be like, and then the video is done. That's all it takes. How do you make so smooth videos? Lots and lots of practice, my friend. Lots and lots of practice. A lot of, like, you know, like researching animation principles, watching a lot of animation analyses, you know, like, you know, from like different types of animators, and see what they have to say about, you know, like certain cartoons or stop motions in general. And the tried and true form of just kind of going frame by frame on somebody else's video and trying to pick apart exactly how they got a certain movement to look a certain way. That's also a great way to do it. There's literally nothing wrong with like looking at somebody else's work and trying to see what you can learn from it. In fact, that's literally the only way we got this far in the first place. Can you make a short video honoring Stan Lee? Stan Lee was a cool guy. Made a lot of great characters. He has been missed very dearly. At some point, yo, there's got to be a Stan Lee video at some point, because it's such a Marvel channel. You know, how can I not do that? Give me like... The thing is, if I were to make a Stan Lee video, I can't have him talk, like, at all. I'm not going to disrespect the guy's memory by trying to do an impression of him. That'd be rude. He's got to just be the silent protagonist. He's got to be like a Nintendo character, bro. He's got to be like Link. It's flying forward. How many frames do I use? Well, so far we're currently on the 14th frame of this animation. And we've been animating for about 50 minutes now. So, yeah. Do you think you can make the Steve Rogers apartment scene when Nick Fury gets shot? Yes, and I'm going to use a Seinfeld apartment for that. You know? Have y'all seen Seinfeld? I've been watching it on Netflix because they just added it. Yo, I don't know why. The show's actually not even that funny, but I can't stop watching it. It's like killing me. I found out that my mom used to really love that show, so I'm starting to think that maybe I inherited it from her. It's like early 90s, you know? Like, the show came out in 1989. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet right now. Literally nobody in chat right now was alive in 1989. 284 of you guys right now, it's telling me. None of you guys were there for when Seinfeld premiered. I wasn't there. I wasn't even close to being there. I was still 10 years off. My sister wasn't even there yet. That show is so old. That show is so old. I can't believe it. Why did you shave? I wanted to. Felt like it was time. I gotta drink some water. Where's my water bottle at? I wasn't. Yeah, none of y'all. Have I seen Inside Job? Not yet. I hear it's good though. I've been animating for 5 years. I only started improving last year. Oof, that's pretty normal. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't even consider myself to have become like a good animator until I was like 19, 20-ish. And even still, I'm watching the stuff I made back then, and I'm like, that's up for debate. It's like, bruh, it's a thing that takes years and years and years and years and years. So, you know, pull up a chair because you're here forever, unless you don't enjoy it. But the thing is, if you've already been spending 5 years animating, like at that point, it's like, why stop now? You know, you've already made so much progress, and you're only gonna make more progress from here. It's just you know, just gotta keep going. I definitely want to maybe turn the camera a little bit more to the right so that way it's centered again, but hopefully it looks like natural when I do it. It doesn't. Hopefully people don't notice. Don't look at the background, y'all. Just look at the cool hammer in your face that's spinning. How do you get close-ups with a webcam? I use this program that I have not been able to find anywhere else online, but this allows me to control the focus. That's pretty much it. How do you hold the stick? The stick is being held up by a bunch of different Legos. You can actually kind of see it right here, in the bottom right corner of the screen. You can see that these Legos are actually holding it up. It's all attached to the set. Hey, EdBound, how's it going? Yo, what's up, Lego Bloxburg Studios? How's it going with you? It's going pretty swell with me. I'm just here talking to the people and animating in front of them. I wonder what everybody else is doing. A lot of people say that they like to watch these streams while they're animating themselves, which, honestly, I think is probably like, you know, a great way to like digest this, because everybody has something on in the background when they're doing something nowadays. I have stuff in the background. I've been watching Seinfeld, like nonstop. When I was making those Halloween videos, all I had in the background was Seinfeld. So like I was making stuff like the clock guy, while Jerry Seinfeld was like, what's the deal with being born in the 90s? You know? Friends or Seinfeld? I haven't seen Friends, but from what I've seen from it, I probably would prefer Seinfeld. I saw this one, what's it called? Photo of George Costanza from Seinfeld. And all he's saying is, couple pictures of that Spidey guy, we'll be rich. I gotta make a video about that. I gotta make a video where the gang tries to get pictures of Spider-Man for the Daily Bugle. I have to. Elaine can like go on a date with Peter, and then like she's like telling the gang that like he randomly just got weird and just disappeared, and then Spider-Man shows up, and then everybody's like, you don't think, you know? There could be a whole Seinfeld episode. There could be a whole Seinfeld series where the only difference is they now live in the New York that the Avengers live in. So they're constantly dealing with stuff like the Hulk rampaging through their apartment building and stuff, or like Iron Man destroying their car to fight some guy. You know? I'm telling you, bro. The 2020s, I'm seeing it now. It's gonna be the influx of Seinfeld brick films, and it will never be the same. The landscape will never be the same. Y'all gotta watch Seinfeld. It's on Netflix. Hey, EdBound, you're making Thor. I am. Can you voice act in a series I've been making for a year now? Sure. You just gotta email me. But there is kind of a long waiting list because I am definitely behind on requests right now. Okay, the issue with this one I think is a little bit too far to the right, so I gotta definitely. Yeah, here we go. This looks pretty cool. Damn, yo, I love this. Jeez, there's something that feels weirdly stop motion-y about it too. That's the best part. Damn, this background is so weird. It's so trippy. It's like an Earthbound background. Can I try and do a voice for a character in this Bring film? Yo, if you want to try and voice act, yo, all you gotta do is, you know, send a demo of how you sound to my email, EdBound Voices. Although again, it does take me a while to get back to a lot of these things. In fact, I'm sure there's actually stuff that I haven't gone back to from like a long time ago, just because there's a lot of high volume, and it can be kind of hard to get to everybody. And sometimes things just naturally fall through the crack. So if I haven't responded to you in like a long time, just email me again. That's versus Lucas, who would win. It's a hard matchup for Lucas, I'm not gonna lie. How many frames per second do you use in all my videos? In normal videos, it's always 15. I've never strayed from 15 frames per second. It's always been 15. So how is this supposed to look? Okay. I'm just attaching Mjolnir to the rig. See, look, this is the rig. As you can see, there's like a bunch of bricks on the bottom. And that's how it attaches. And this is the actual hammer itself. Yeah, you can see it. Nice. Can you please make Mjolnir stop spinning and slow down? Never! I'm the director. It's my show. I can be tyrannical too. Like the Tyrannosaurus. If you like the Spider-Man movie, would you like the new Batman movie? Yeah, I'm excited for Robert Pattinson being Batman. He's a cool guy, you know? Oof. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Because the handlebar is being covered too much by the rig. So I gotta find a new way to actually attach this. That's not intrusive. It's always hammer time. It might feel bad for Mjolnir. Must be sick from all that spinning. It must be. Like a real hammer? This isn't a real hammer. It's a magic hammer. EdBound acknowledge me. What's up, Marginator? Damn, some of y'all can be demanding with it. That guy just said acknowledge me. Not even a please. Not even a hey, yo, what's up? He just says acknowledge me. Can you imagine, like, walking into like a, I don't know, into like a festival, like a music festival, and like you just say to the artist like that you have VIP tickets to, just being like, yo, acknowledge me. Like not even a hi. Not even a yo, can I get a picture? Jeez. Jeez. Society nowadays. Could you do a Friends parody with Avengers? I don't know anything about Friends. I can do a Seinfeld parody with them. That's the key difference. You're either a Seinfeld guy or a Friends guy. You choose your 90s sitcom of your very not well-aged 90s sitcom of choice. And that's it. Nice. This is definitely shaping up to be a cool animation. Although it's definitely, like, Mjolnir definitely got out of focus here. So I might have to fix that. Yo, $5 from DK's Casino! Everybody go there right now. That's where the spot is. Nice stuff, man. Big fan of your work. Been wanting to know, of all the projects you've made, which is your most favorite? Well, I get this question a few times, and it always comes back to Jazz for Your Soul. You know, might not be the most technically impressive, the longest, or ambitious, but like, when I say it's for your soul, it was for your soul. And it was also for my soul, because that was like just, you know, a hard time. And making that in that time period was like really cathartic. And I go back to that, and I'm just like, damn, this is nice. Also a nice song too, from Mother 3. But there's, you know, there's probably projects I do like more than that on like a technical level, or like a writing level, or like an ambitious level, right? But that one is like a little bit different. That one's definitely more spiritual. Okay, I think that's as focused as I can get it, but this is still fine. And then I can make it slow down just a bit, so that way it looks like it's like, you know, a slow-mo bit. This doesn't need to be that many more frames. What's playing in the ear right now? Ooh, a spooky song. You've improved dramatically in quality. I'm saying. That's the goal, right? You know, you gotta find ways to, like, you know, improve your stuff, invest in your work. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's much easier to do it when you have an audience. That's the thing, right? It's like, you know, when people tell me about motivation, like they're having a crisis of motivation and stuff, it's like, it's easier to get behind that because I used to get through that, or I used to have a lot of those issues too, because like I said earlier, you know, not having an audience can really be a bummer. But now in my contemporary days, my current days, it's like I don't have issues with motivation as much anymore because I know people are going to be here watching still, and you guys have been like really supportive, and you guys, you know, constantly leaving your comments and nice thoughts. It's like, you know, like, it's nice, and it's very easy to kind of like, you know, get myself to make another video because I know you guys are there. But I can see why other people might have, like, you know, a harder time. So all I can really just say is that if you do have a crisis of motivation, you just gotta hopefully keep digging, and then you'll find, like, you know, you'll find your crowd. And that's the thing too, right? Even just like by virtue of having an audience, that itself also funds the project, which makes it easier to even get better. That's another hard, weird truth though, right? It's like everything like that has to do with business or whatever. It's like reverse Mario Kart, you know? The higher up you are on like the ladder, or like the further you are in the race or whatever. Like in normal Mario Kart, if you're in first place, all they're getting are bananas and like green shells and like kind of like just items that you can't really make much use of, right? if you're like in 9th place or 10th place, you're gonna be getting like the mushrooms and like the Starmans and the bullet bills because the game knows that you need help. You are suffering, and you need to like have your hand held. But in the real world, it's kind of like the opposite. It's like if you're in 1st place, you're getting stuff like the mushrooms, the Starmans, the golden mushroom even, and that stuff is just being given to you. You don't even got to collect the item box. We're just like, hey, I see you're doing pretty well. Let me help you do even better because kind of how the world works. And if you're not doing that great, all you're getting are bananas and like the useless items, and it's kind of hard. Definitely something that gets easier as it goes on, depending on where you are. And it's unfortunate. That's how it works. I wonder. And that's one of the reasons why I like to voice act for a lot of people. Because, like, bro, I was in grade 7, 8, 9 trying to find people to voice act for my videos. It's hard. I will say, though, I should be more on top of the voice acting request stuff. Because I definitely can leave people in my inbox for a little bit too long. Oh, shoot. I completely lost my place. Where the heck was I? In the video. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is not good. Was I here? Was I around here? Okay. I'm gonna legit... This is gonna be the most... Like... I don't even know how to describe how I'm gonna fix this. Okay, I have to find when all the white stuff is near the right side of the frame. Happy Thanksgiving. Yo, what's up? Yeah, okay, this is a big mess up. Where did you get that background? I found it on YouTube. Okay. The center just has to be more to the right, it looks like. Okay. Yo, I think I lost it. I think I lost it hard. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. Wait, no, the background has to be more to the left. Or the thing has to be more to the left. Okay, wait. I think I might have it. It's somewhere around here. I can feel it. It's somewhere around here. I can feel it. It's almost there. Please. Oh God. Oh God. I think I completely just lost it. I think I literally lost the background. No way. No way. No, this can't be happening. Well, to be fair, okay. To be fair, 17 seconds is a pretty it can definitely, like, it's enough time for the audience to kind of register what's going on. So I can cut from this to the next scene of it just kind of falling to earth. 17 seconds. That's about 1.1 seconds of animation. What happened was I messed up with the video. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. And I accidentally played the video when I'm supposed to be going frame by frame. And now I completely lost my spot where I'm at. I have no idea where it is. I should have marked it down. I'm a fool. Yeah, I don't even know where it was. I have no idea where it was. Alright, let's see if I can find the matching one for this. It's like literally like, this is literally the most needle in a haystack thing ever though. Perhaps. Nah. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's it for this shot, at least. EdBound should make a video called Spider-Man Freelancer No More, where Black Suit Spider-Man is sick of working at the Bugle and that's to do Spider-Man stuff, and decides to do Spider-Man and saving stuff for money. Interesting. That's an interesting idea. Okay. So, this shot has to end here, which means it's time to go into the next shot of Mjolnir actually being on Earth. So let me just put this away. Okay, here we go. I have the next background all set up. Oh damn. Oh god, this is gonna be kind of weird because I can't have the stream chat open while I have Photoshop open. Yo, do a Star Wars animation? Never. You can't make me. Hey, did you shave? I did shave. I actually did shave. I shaved like a few days ago because I was like, at some point, I'm just like, okay, I love the mustache. It was great. It was definitely a fun thing to have. But the upper lip, it had to make a comeback. It had to. All right, so we have this desert area. That is too well lit. It's supposed to be nighttime here. So what I gotta do is I gotta turn away the lights. So that way it looks there. Yeah, that looks a little bit more like, you know, that looks a little bit more proper. Looks a little bit more nightly, kind of. And I might want to put a shadow here so that way the lighting doesn't actually interfere with. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then we have, and then this is what I'm doing right now is blocking. I'm just making sure that everything looks like it's supposed to when we actually get to a certain point in the animation. So Thor's hammer is going to land on this little pillar of sand here. Oh, crap. I have all these stars and stuff. I made this background in Photoshop. It's not that amazing looking, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I kind of like one aesthetic that I like going for is kind of like an attainable aesthetic, like making everything kind of look like it's homemade. Because one of the things about the series is the MCU movies, or like, you know, just the movies in minutes in general, is that these are huge budget movies that I kind of want to condense into like a very, you know, slapstick shoestring budget. Kind of just like, I don't know, it's fun. It's like challenging. It looks funny. You know, have you ever seen the movie Be Kind, Rewind? It's kind of like that. We gotta maybe zoom out a bit. Yeah, so we see that nice desert. Oh yeah, this looks like the desert that the three wise men were traveling in when they were delivering those presents to that baby. Okay. All right, so we have a shot of it panning up. Maybe I can move the moon. Maybe the moon is too low to the ground. So what I'm gonna do, you see, this is why I have it open in Photoshop. Actually, I have this background open in Photoshop because I have these layers all differentiated. So I can move the moon wherever I want. It's Photoshop. So now I'm gonna put it up here, and I'm gonna change its kind of like, you know, its orientation so that way it looks like it's flat on the surface of the camera's angle. This kind of looks flat, right? Nah, not enough. Not the best looking moon, you know. But again, I like having things kind of look like a little bit cheap. I don't know why. It's not an aesthetic I want to keep for the rest of my life, obviously. But for YouTube videos, I think it's nice. I like that kind of like, you know, it's like an attainable look I'm trying to go for. Everyone, don't press the unsubscribe button. Random presses it. The world ends. Damn. Dubs and making a short story just like that. What app do I use to edit my videos? Photoshop. Ness vs Lucas, who would win? Shade Tunes. I'm a Lucas fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say he does. But I don't know, man. Ness is really strong, isn't he? He went to your sanctuary location in his mind. Okay. We have 3 clouds, and we have Mjolnir. Mjolnir has to come crashing down. And it's gonna be like, boom. So this is gonna be kind of hard to do, but now I get to kind of cheat a bit. All right, I'm gonna see you later, Andy Rue Animations. This man said, notice me, bro. Damn, y'all are crazy. Can you make Loki say, "Make me right before he falls"? Why would he say that? Before he falls into the space? I don't get it. Would the world ending really be a bad thing? Yes, I got stuff I want to do. I never even been to like. Oh, that's a fun song. Yo, I wonder if I'm about to get copyright claim for this one. Has this band gotten big enough yet? Guess not. They're a really good band. They deserve to get big. Okay. So I gotta find the perfect way to attach Mjolnir to my rig. That way, I can make the animation really cool and good. Damn, you can't even see Mjolnir. Ugh. The lighting is a little bit off. How's this? You still can't see it. Whew. This is gonna be kind of weird. This is definitely gonna be a little bit hard. Let's see. I got this thing to bounce the light. Hopefully, it can reflect onto Mjolnir. So let's angle my current lighting fixture. Damn it. Yo, lights. I just dropped Mjolnir. I can't even pick it up. 1 second. This is the most awkward part of doing these Lego streams, is that whenever I drop something, I kind of gotta awkwardly look around for it. Not only just I gotta look around for it, but I gotta like narrate it in a way that's decently entertaining. This is like my only Mjolnir, by the way. So if it's lost forever, like I can't make this video. Unless I buy another one. Oh, thank God I found it. Make Spider-Man into the Sonyverse too? But what would happen? Mickey Mouse? He's lost. How can he come back from this? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, considering it's like this part is so high up, the only way I can reasonably do it is if I literally hold it up in the sky like this with my hand. And then I just gotta edit out the rig in post, and none will be the wiser. Classic hand animation. Okay. Let's make it enter from the top of the frame. Okay, and that's fine because the rig isn't even in frame, so... But I do gotta edit out my hand shadow. Ah, that's the worst part. So never mind, I do have to take an extra frame. Please say my name if you see this comment. What's up, Peace Master? What's up? Why did the lighting change? Strange. So next up, what I want to do is I'm going to move the cloud, the layer of clouds. I'm gonna move it 1 pixel to the right, just like that. That's how I got the clouds to look like they were moving in the werewolf video. When Thor is holding Loki, Thor should say, "Don't let go." But then Loki says, "Make me, suckers." Ah. And then he let go, and then he dies. Whoa, add that background. Yeah, it's my background. I got an artist to draw that. EdBound, around a year ago, I was really dumb and for the comments to spam one of your live streams, and it's been on my conscience for a year. So please reply so my conscience can be cleared. Yo, it's no worries, dude. No worries. It's kind of sweet that you came all the way back here a year later, though. You know, not a lot of people would do that. My left arm is gone, my legs are gone, but at least I have the stream. When your left arm is gone and your legs are gone, at least you can have the stream. Yo, what's up, Storm the Blank? What's up, dude? Glad to see you started working on Thor. Can't wait to see the final product. Yo, me too. Check this out. Pew. Then I'm gonna have it slowly crash into Earth. Not really slowly. It's gonna be more like a meteoric drop. Where are we dropping, boys? Can you? Oh my God. Great. Now I have to put that in the video. Now I have to literally put in a shot of the freaking Thor hammer saying where we dropping, boys. Like it's Fortnite. Okay. Frame 2 done. Now I gotta move the clouds once more, 1 inch to the right, so that way there's constant movement. Steven plays. Please. Yo, can you say Peter? All right, I said it. Sorry, y'all. If you're saying something a lot and I haven't seen it yet, I'm straight up just not seeing it. Like I'm straight up like just not looking at the chat when you're asking said thing. Ah, that's some good water. Hey Ed, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, Fisher Bros. Nice to see you again. Fisher Bros has been around for a while, y'all. It's crazy actually. He's been around since at least the Sonyverse days. Always crazy seeing familiar faces like that. What do you think of the Bro Thor Lego set? I want to get it. Seems like a, you know, like not a crazy complex build, but you know, it seems like it has some decently useful pieces. All right. And then the Thor hammer just drops. Hammer drop. Like that. What do you have any of the Infinity Saga sets? Actually, I don't even think I do. I like the last few Lego sets I've gotten. Okay, I got the Daily Bugle, I got the Super Mario question block, and I got the Seinfeld set. I also got the bonsai tree, the Lego Ideas bonsai tree, because I've been wanting that one ever since it came out. I just never got a chance to get it. Finally got it. It looks beautiful. The Seinfeld set was a lot of fun to build too. But if I have to have a favorite set, it'd probably be the Daily Bugle, because like, bro, finally like a giant building, to populate a Lego city, all nice and cool like, and not just any building, but the Daily Bugle. You should replicate smears with Legos. It would look really cool. I've done that once in Jeff Bezos 2. And it did look pretty cool, but it's kind of hard to get exactly right. That's no excuse though. I've just got to get better at doing it. And the only way you can get better at doing anything is by doing it a billion times. And learning each time. How do you mask stuff? I mask stuff in Premiere. In Premiere Pro. Okay, how does that look? It's kind of shaky because my hand is a little bit shaky, but whoa, that's in a completely different spot. It's a good thing I did the high resolution preview. Otherwise, that would have been weird. Actually, this looks like nah. I can't use that. Hammer, right? Yo, this whole stream has just been me animating this one hammer. I want to make the production of Thor a lot more documented than I have with my previous videos. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to make a lot of animations this month. For one thing, I'm working on Thor, and that's definitely like a big undertaking. And another thing, some stuff is going on right now that needs a lot of my personal attention. So it's gonna be kind of hard to like really be consistent with the Monday uploads. If I don't have a video ready, if I don't have a video ready for Monday, I will like 100% stream. But I do also want to release videos every now and then throughout the week, like really short stuff, like you know, things that are only like a couple seconds long, or like, you know, 20 seconds or whatever, of like, you know, little tricks and like setups and different tactics I use to get certain, like, you know, certain scenes remade. And I think that'd be a cool thing, a cool way to kind of like lead up to the release of this video, you know, kind of like have like a slow drip feed of the behind the scenes stuff and the tricks and the trade that will be used to get this video up and out. So yeah, I think instead of making like, you know, an animation every Monday this month, I'm probably gonna be streaming a lot more of this video, and like videos in between will probably be of the production of this. Just cause a lot of stuff is kind of going on right now, fellas. I can't get into it, but I'm gonna do everything I can to get this video out before the end of November. Because, believe it or not, Iron Man, in 5 minutes, will have come out a year ago in just a couple weeks. I can't believe that. Where did the time go? And the hammer lands. Did you see the new Home Alone set? The new Home Alone set is crazy. And I saw the Luigi's Mansion sets too. They're not as interesting to me. Because like, I really wish like if we're going to get a Mario set, like I want to get something more that's like the Mario 64 question block. Or like just iconic like scenery from the series, you know? That'd be nice. I feel like they're focusing too much on the play aspects. And it's like, bro, what do you think Lego is? A toy? No. It's a decoration. And it has to have the cool things that I want, or else it's not worth it. Hey Ed, do you own the Lego Iron Man Mark 42? It's an essential if you're going to make Iron Man 3. I don't have it yet. I'm going to get it though. I have like no issues about like buying any minifigures for like this series. Cause you know, for one thing, I gotta make these videos accurate. And another thing, you know, these videos are so popular that even if the minifigures like are very expensive, like for example, the Vision minifigure is gonna definitely set me back a bit. The videos always perform like so well that they kind of the figures kind of pay for themselves. Which again, you know, it's like Mario Kart except in reverse. When you're like in first or second place, you're supposed to be getting all the crappy items, but instead, it makes the game is easier for you, which I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Okay, how does this look? Not bad, not bad. Definitely could be better. I think the positioning is a little bit off. That should be good. It just lands right on this convenient pile. What is your opinion on animating a phone? I've seen people do it really well, you know? Like, it's, again, okay, y'all, I'm telling you all this right now. It's, tools are very useful. This projector is very useful, I gotta say. A lot of stuff can help you make better videos, and a lot of stuff, that stuff can be, like, you know, your camera, your, what's it called? Your editing software, your microphone, all those stuff does come in handy. But, you know, you can still make something great even if you don't have a lot of stuff to work with. Superior Fancier. Also, please untime my main account. Spider was 2. Thank you very much for the $2. Mods, can one of you guys untime his main account? Must have been one of the mods that timed you out. Sorry, dude. Did you ever watch Forest Fire? Yeah, I watched Forest Fire. Forest Fire was the one that actually got me into making brick foams when I was already into claymations. So I was like, damn, yo, I gotta buy these Lego Batman so I can make some of my own. And I pretty much just straight up ripped them off, like we all did, you know. Like let's not pretend like none of y'all ripped off Forest Fire. We all did it. It was the blueprint. All right, I gotta destroy this. Not like that. Not like this. How many times did you end up sitting through Thor to write the script? Only once. Because what I would do is, like, for these videos is I would watch the movie and I would, like, keep note of the very important big plot points. So that way I knew what I had to, like, you know, remember and what I didn't. So, like, if something happened and then it never came back again, I would just take it out. Like, for example, there's one bit where Thor is talking to Eric Selvig in a bar. And Eric Selvig is like, you gotta leave town tonight. And I'm like, damn, I wonder if this comes back in the movie. It didn't. It's like, why would you put that in the movie if it literally didn't matter? Like, you know, Thor did not leave town. Eric Selvig was, like, pretty cool with Thor after a while. But it's like, they put such an emphasis on it. Boom. Oof, that does not look good. I gotta change the camera. So that way, manipulating the camera's angle manipulates the placement of the hammer. So it looks more like in line with everything else. So now what I want to do is I want to add like some little bits of like sand and like things kind of flying out, because that accent, it's nice. It's good to have that. Did you see Cornado's new video? It's so good. I have not. Cornado's a really good animator. So props to them. Now I'm just gonna make it look like, you know, that there's an impact on this. What videos of yours are you most proud of? I really like the way Jeff Bezos 2 came out. All the fire stuff, that wasn't me. That was Jake Peralta Fantasy. But all that stuff coming together, you know, the voice acting, the writing in that video. I love the line where he's like, if you help me beat this guy, I'll give you everything in my bank account. And then they're like, witches. And he's like, $3 for each of you. I'm a little proud of that one, not gonna lie. That one made me laugh. It also feels like legitimately something that Spider-Man would say. Can you shout me out? I do Transformer stop motion. Yo, Power Frame Studios. If y'all like Megatron and Optimus Prime, yo, you know where to go. Power Frame Studios. Alright. This might take a little bit of focus because I have to animate some flying debris, which can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Now, with all the animation, like the beginning part of any animation can look wonky, weird, janky, wired. I don't know what other adjectives for weird you can use, but the real important piece of the animation always comes with how it ends, with how it all settles down, with how it all finishes. It's very important. That's why you always got to get the ending of your animation right. The ending of the movement, the ending of the sequence, if you will. That's what sticks in the audience's head, you know? So I got to make sure that this looks like it has a lot of impact. And if it does, if it's satisfying, if the ending is satisfying, any sins you committed in the beginning of the animation with any mistakes or whatever can be forgiven. Straight up. So now all I gotta do is... Where's our Star Wars video? Yo, God, Star Wars? Somehow Palpatine returned, man. Okay, my spirits are gone, but at least I still have the stream. Is this Egg Carrier? Yeah, it's Egg Carrier. Ed, you look so different. I'm saying, okay, yo, I'm saying y'all, okay? Like, if y'all are like, I've noticed some people having like, you know, troubles with like, you know, their own appearances and whatnot. Fellas, a new haircut, threading your eyebrows goes a long way. Some new clothes. Oh man, some new clothes can go crazy. Clothes are very important. Never underestimate the power of clothes. Ever. Is it weird that my favorite MCU movie is Avengers: Age of Ultron? No, it's not weird. Why would it be weird? I think it'd be weird if somebody's favorite movie was Thor: The Dark World, but I still don't think it would be that weird. You know? These movies are fun. I could make the camera shake, but it'd be kind of hard given the camera's already moving. So I gotta figure out how to do that. Can you do a Kermit the Frog impression? Let's see if I can do it. Kermit the Frog here. Just here letting you guys know that, Fraudulent Frog Productions. Incredible animator. I think he animates, I'm not sure. I feel like most people in this chat would be animators, so, but if you're not, then I'm sorry for assuming. You know, you shouldn't make assumptions in the world, but sometimes you're kind of put in a weird spot. Anyway, that was my Kermit. I hope it was good. Can you do Peppa the Pig? No, she's all British and stuff. She's like, oi, I'm Peppa. You know? Like that. That's my Peppa the Pig impression. That's actually not bad. Not bad. It's one of the best ever. How... That's really close. Oh, man. You know, there's actually a Kermit minifigure. I could probably do, like, animations with him. Can't wait to react to this. Okay. Gotta have all these things fly out. And I'm using the power of sticky tack. But this is not staying up the way it needs to be, so I have to wait a bit. My friend said I have a laugh like Mickey Mouse. Can I do Michael Caine? Oh, let's see. Nah, I can't do it. What does he say? Oh, all those push-ups and you still can't lift a bloody log. Is that what he said? I cannot do Michael Caine. He's too old. You know, like my vocal cords are not there yet. Say hi to me. What's up, Arkham Raven? Have you copped any of the new No Way Home sets? I have not. That Doctor Strange one looks interesting, but unfortunately, the issue with that Doctor Strange one is that the new Doctor Strange minifigure is not it, bro. Like, why did they change his hairpiece so bad? The old one was so much cooler. Okay. So these bits are flying up and out. Debris. Are you gonna do any of the MCU shows? Like, if I'm on YouTube for like the next 10 years, then yeah, I'm probably gonna do the shows too. I mean, like, are you watching a video soon? I'll try to get something eventually before the end of the year. Thor impression. I don't think I'm gonna voice Thor for this one. I think I might get my friend to do it because he has like big muscles and I think he can do it. Are you planning on making a Christmas themed video? I gotta do a Christmas video at least once. Okay, that sticky tack has failed. It dropped. Now I have to readjust it. Okay, all the sticky tack, all the pieces of debris are up in the air. They all have their sticky tack, and now it should be easier to animate because sticky tack is easy to animate. Now I just gotta make sure that I take the right frames. No! It took apart the set. I need that to be there for the empty frame, or else it will ruin everything. Okay, that should look okay. Oh damn, no, it shifted. It doesn't seem like it shifted the rest of the set. That's all that really matters. Okay, that's fine. What is your favorite minifigure you own? Doctor Strange or Mysterio? I love the way the Mysterio minifigure looks, yo, it's crazy. It's gonna look weird in camera, but when it's all done, then hopefully it will look much better. Okay, let's see. I can definitely give this like a shake, like an impactful shake. Yeah. to make it look like that much more satisfying. Ed, what is your favorite movie of all time? Let's see. So this is definitely a hard question, bro. This is the hardest question. I have an easier time answering like who's your favorite kid before I can like answer this question. If I had kids, that is. Have you ever had the awful moment where you completely just nudge your camera and it ruins your whole shot? Yes, Henry Jim Bob. I've had that moment so many times. I've had that moment on stream a few times actually. But I always find like whenever that happens for me, I'm just like I'm too stubborn to just say goodbye to the shot. I'm going to reposition the camera exactly how it was, or at least extremely, extremely close to where it was, so I don't have to redo the shot. Are you going to do Spider-Man PS4? I just want to play that game again, man. I only got to play it once. I've only ever gotten to play that game once. And I have to rush. Oh, man. I borrowed my cousin's PS4 when that game came out. I bought the game myself because I was so excited for it. And I didn't even have a PS4. I gave it to my cousin. I gave the game to my cousin is what I'm saying. And he loaned me his PS4 for a weekend. And I was working this weekend, okay? I was working a job. I was working at a restaurant at this time. And, like, you know, my hours were from 4 to 10 on Saturdays and Sundays. And I only had the PS4 for this weekend alone. So, I literally speed ran that game. Any moment of that weekend that I wasn't at work, I was playing the game. I was playing Spider-Man PS4. And I was like, I gotta beat it. And I beat it in that time, but I didn't get to do everything. I wanted to do all the missions. I wanted to do all the demon side quests. I wanted to find all the backpacks, all that stuff. I wanted to do all the side quests. Because I love that game so much when I played it for like one time. And I never played it again, bro. It's so sad. Ugh, so sad. Maybe one day. Do you need someone for voiceover work? It's always nice to have more voice actors, but I have to like. There is definitely like a screening process, right? Cause like, you know, I don't want to sound rude, but you know can't let just anybody into these videos. When I say that, I mean. There is like a level of quality and like some level of experience that I hope a voice actor has before they're in one of these videos. But you know, I've definitely like a lot of the people who are in my videos now, like say for example, Jessak Pack or Robert F, who played Jeff Bezos, for example, they just sent me a voice line that they had, right? Like a voice line that they did, and I was impressed by it. And that's all it takes. You know, I just gotta be impressed by what you got, and then like, you know, there's their spot. You gotta be able to like, you know, have a fit role. One thing that people seem to want to do is impressions, right? And the thing is, I'm not looking for people who sound exactly like another character. I'm looking for people who can emote, have a nice solid presence on the mic. The way your voice sounds is also kind of important. But it's not that important. As long as you can make yourself sound like believable and convincing as an actor, then like, you know, that's the most important stuff. And also, your microphone quality is pretty important. Okay, how does this look? Okay, nice. Now, obviously, I'm gonna edit out all these white things in post-production. I just can't do that right now. Can you do Black Widow? That would be dope. My mind went somewhere else. Thank you for being a genuinely fire human. Yo, thank you very much, Nonstop Animation. Nonstop Animation, also a guy I've been seeing around since like I started my YouTube journey here. And it's pretty cool to see his development as an animator because, man, like, yo, it's nice. I remember he used to like ask my DMs like, you know, just for like help here and there. And now I'm watching him make stuff that's like high, like really high quality. Always nice to see, like, you know, that's the thing, right? You got to keep going because like you just get, with everything you make, you just get a little bit better, you know? Like, not to brag or anything, but like I started going to the gym lately, and it's one of those things where it's like every single time you do it, you get a little bit closer to your end goal, just a little bit. But that's why you got to do it so often. That's why you got to be consistent. It's about power. It's about drive. We stay hungry, we devour. You know? That's it. That's pretty much it. Yo, Ed, would you like my Mark 42 pick for free? I do not want anything for free. If I'm gonna get like a figure from one of you guys, I would definitely like to pay for it because it's kind of unfair. Like, I know why you like, you know, I know like people are like excited to like, you know, just help out or something, but trust me, you know, if you're gonna help out, I want to help out too. Show us what you have, please. Okay, I should probably update it. So this is what I got so far. Oh damn, that's a pretty quick shift. Can I have a shout out? What's up, Fletch Studio? Do you still make voices? Yes. Right now though, I'm kind of on a backlog. I definitely need to get back to a lot of people. I can do impressions, but I have a trash mic. Like, you have to hear the air passing through the room for some reason, and the AC isn't even on. And that's important, yeah. The thing is, like, you know, microphone audio quality, like I said earlier, people definitely can watch a video easier if the audio quality is good. But if the audio quality is bad, then it's really hard to watch the thing. Alright, that should be enough, I think. Save replay. What's up, William Barnett? How are you? A rant channel? I'm doing pretty alright, you know. I've been doing pretty good these last few days. Just kind of chilling out, maxing, relaxing, you know. Let me just adjust this so that way there's not that weird screen bleeding out of the box it's supposed to be in. There we go. Hey, EdBound, just drop in. Have a good day. Thank you, the brick guy. Thank you. Okay. This looks good. Boom. Yeah, this is a pretty ambitious shot. Peacemaster, what's up? Wait, what's the voice line? There is no voice line. That's the thing, right? People ask, like, hey, can you give me a line to do? But, I mean, I gotta do this. You know, it's hard to kind of find time for, like, everything. So sometimes, you know, I'd say, like, you know, look up a monologue. Look up something that you, like, you know, that you kind of, like, think of as, like, an acting achievement. And see if you can replicate that in your voice. EdBound is secretly The Rock? Nah, I wish. Can I please get a shout out? Yo, what's up, Bad Batch Bricks? Send an E in chat if you think the ad is The Rock. Ooh, I can't. Yo, I'm not. How tall is The Rock? He's like tall, isn't he? I'm only like 5'8". What projector do I use? It's called the Home Theater Projector by RCA. I recently made the 2007 Studio Spider-Man from your tutorial to match my 2002 but nice. You know, a lot of people say that decal is a little bit too small, but it's weird because when I use it, it's perfectly fine. I wonder what's going on. Do you make money from videos? Yes, I do. You know, it's always kind of weird to kind of be open about that, but like, it's no secret that people make money from YouTube videos. I make enough to, like, you know, pay my bills and even invest back into my videos. But it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of weird to discuss. I think it's just because we kind of grew up in a way that's like, you're not supposed to talk about the money you make or whatever. But I mean, I'm pretty lucky, I gotta say. I admit it. I can have this as my job, and it's pretty swell. It's also a weird thing. Like, I've noticed, like, people like say, yo, why do like young people in this generation want to make money online so bad? Like, why do they, like, you know, why do these job survey things say that they want to be YouTubers or whatever? And it's like, hey, yo, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a YouTuber, right? Because I was surrounded by grown adults who were like always complaining about the job they worked and that they had to work and that they hated the work that they did. And I'm like, and I'm watching these people on YouTube, like, you know, making like brick films or even doing Let's Plays. And I'm like, these people are doing fun things and they get to live their life doing that fun thing. So why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't you want to make that your future? And people are like, it's so sad that that's what they want to do. And it's like, no, yo, nobody wants to. It's not about that. It's like, people don't want to be miserable to survive. Anyways, will you do a video with Castle Cyclops? He actually asked me to voice in a video recently, so I think I will. I love your anything for views. Yo, anything for views? I definitely gotta finish that up. There is a plot thread in there that I have to finish up. The one with Batman and the Void. Can you say, hey Peter? Hey Peter. Hey Peter. Can I borrow your egg, Peter? Okay, how does this look? Okay. This one on the right has to kind of get some airtime for a bit before it actually like drops. So that way it looks like a lot of impact on it. Hopefully it stays. And this next one here has to kind of like just completely lose power. Again, it's gonna look all weird because the rigs themselves look like they're being animated. But you just gotta focus on the actual pieces that they're holding on to. That's it. And now I take the clean slate. Alright. Boom. Yo, $5 from Grass Bidoof. Will I ever do Iron Man 3? I will be doing Iron Man 3. I want to be doing all the MCU movies. You know, I want to have the nice, clean, finished collection. That way, in like 10 to 20 years, when people are like, you should watch the whole MCU. And people are like, bro, that's like 40 movies. That's like days of my life. I'm not doing that. Somebody was like, I got you covered. You know? Hamburger or cheeseburger? A hamburger. I'm trying to get my calories up. What is the voice acting email? You can find it in my about page on my channel. It's in the description, you know? It's called edboundvoices@gmail.com or at gmail. Is it .com or .ca? I can't remember. But you can definitely find it easily on my channel. People want shoutouts, bro. Will you do the Spider-Man 2 in 2023? What is that? 2023. Ed, try saying a TF2 engineer voice. So we're fine. As long as CT Games doesn't delay the Lego Star Wars to Skywalker Saga again. That is my engineer voice. I don't quite have that Texas accent like he does. I haven't really given it much practice. Can I get a shout out, Mr. Bound? Yo, what's up, Nathan Adams? I'm an inspiring animator and I would just like your input. Could you say my name as well? Nathan Adams. Alright. And Jaden's MOCs as well. Mocks. Do you guys say mocks or do you guys say MOCs? I say mocks most of the time. I just realized, how am I going to ask you that over text? Like, how do you ask how people pronounce something over text? Because, like, I'm going to be saying it, like, I don't know how you guys meant to spell it or, like, how you guys meant to, are meaning for your words to be read. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? Mocks. Ah, you can spell with a CK. I see. CKS. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, mocks just sounds right. You like mocks or MOC? True. Okay, quick break showing me up. Show me how it's done. Boom. Doosh. I probably shouldn't focus too much on this scene because this is one of those in minutes videos, right? Like the whole point of these videos is to speed run these movies. You know, one of the things I like about this is like, have you guys ever seen those B-movie memes? You know, back in the day when B-movie was like a huge thing, people were like, yo, let's watch B-movie before class. And it's like, yo, class starts in 5 minutes. And the guy says, say no more. And it's like the entire B-movie in 5 minutes on YouTube. That's kind of like the conversation that I'm hoping people in like 15 years will have when it comes to the MCU. They'll be like, yo, let's watch the entire MCU. Bro, we got class in 2 hours. And then the guy's like, say no more. And they pull up these videos, you know, my version of the MCU. And like however many minutes it takes. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. That's the dream. That's my goal. It's about drive. It's about power. It's about hunger. We devour. Okay, this next one has to just kind of fall already. This one just has to go down. That's it. He's had enough time in the air. But he has to also stay in the same exact angle that he was originally. Otherwise, it's no good. You know, it's all about the arc. You know, it's all about making sure things stay in their same motion. Things like, you know, are following their pattern, that they're similar enough to the previous frame so you don't just completely switch it up and confuse the audience and disorient them. Yo, Wilson Cabrera, thank you very much for the $5. Hey, EdBound, will you make videos every day for a week for Christmas like you did for Halloween? Also, can you make a Star Wars? I'm going to make a Star Wars. You know, a lot of people like Star Wars. I don't actually hate Star Wars. Star Wars definitely has a lot of interesting ideas in it. So yeah, I'll probably make a Star Wars episode one day. And as for the Christmas question, I don't think I'll be making one single episode for Christmas every day leading up to it like I did for Halloween. I might, but Christmas is definitely like a different level of holiday, you know? Because like you got to buy presents for everybody. You got to make your Christmas plans. You got to make sure everything's in order. You know, So it might be a little bit less frequent than the Halloween one was, but I do want to still do something for Christmas. Okay, how does this look? Weird. This one in the front looks weird. Do you have a Bugs Bunny minifigure? Nah, I do not. Unfortunately. I don't even have a Kermit one. I don't have any of the Muppets or the Looney Tunes. But, like, they deserve a spot in these videos, you know? Especially Kermit. Especially Kermit. Kermit meets George Costanza. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. You're my favorite brick filmer, and you're basically the Stan Lee of brick films. Yo, for real, Janus Mox? Yo, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What happened to your Discord server? I put it offline. It just did a lot of issues, yo. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all. It is like you cannot have a job and also run a Discord server. It's like there's like especially like a big one too. Like with as big as that one got, it's hard, bro. So much going on all the time. I'd be like on the subway, and there'd be like a whole fire going on in the Discord server, and I'd be like, I can't put this out. I'm on the subway, you know. Like I have no internet here. It can be a rough ordeal. I mean, it's definitely fun, but like it definitely became more like stress inducing. For me and as well as a lot of the people in it, I think. I don't think it was like a place. Like it felt like people were kind of like getting harassed in there. I'm like, okay, I can't have this. Okay, this looks good. And I've taken the clean frame. That's the most annoying part about making a shot with masking. That is also like a moving camera shot, because you have to take off your hard work. You can't just work straight from there. You have to re-put everything in there. I'm gonna stream on Twitch soon. I don't know risking it. If I wanted to stream on Twitch, I'd stream video games. That's the thing. But to be honest, I'm not much of a gamer anymore. I find my gaming habits, yo, they just haven't been there. I played Metroid Dread. That was a really fun game. Metroid Dread, bruh. Metroid Dread is the best Nintendo game I think they've made in like a decade. I'm not even kidding. It's my favorite Switch game now. It's just like, I don't know what it is about it, but it legit feels like a game they made back in the GameCube era. Love your stuff. Thank you very much, Isaac Hicks. I've been making some stop motion inspired animations in Blender 3D. Would love for you to check them out. Ooh, I love seeing stuff like that. Blender inspired 3D like claymation stuff. I love seeing stuff like that. You know, what's his name? Worth the Kids. You've definitely heard of him, but he's done that, and that stuff is so delightful to watch. I want to do it myself, kind of. I'm sure it's like, it must be really hard, but I'm also sure that you don't have to pay for a lot of the physical stuff that comes with stop motion, right? Because stop motion is not only hard, but it's also expensive, because you got to actually buy a lot of the products, a lot of the materials in real life to make the stuff that you need to make for the settings and the characters and stuff. It can be really hard. Not only that, but like the equipment, like lighting and cameras and stuff, all of it adds up. Stop motion is a very expensive process, but you know, all animation is. Oh, how does this look? It looks pretty cool. It's pretty swag. You and the Lego movie inspired me to make stop motion? Nice. Nice. You know, the Lego movie technically isn't stop motion, but you know what? We'll give him this one. This shot you're doing, this shot for Thor you're doing, it looks so painful. All shots are fun. This is a fun shot. It may look painful, but trust me, like all that pain, like the moment this is done and it's in the video and it's like sound mixed and like, you know, like color coded and everything, it'll be like, damn, you know? It's like making a meal. Yeah, cooking it is kind of hard. It's definitely laborious, but then you're eating it and you're like, this is what it's all for. This is what it's all for. For a beginner animator, what words of advice do you have? I'd say try to keep your projects relatively small scale. You know, try to work your way up. Make a lot of small tests here and there first. You know, like try to just animate. When I mean small, I mean like legitimately like small. Like try getting like a walking animation down. Try getting like a punching animation down. you know, try making like a conversation, like dialogue, stuff that's very, very quick and easy to make. Because something I found that when I was starting off animation, I would try to be very ambitious and make like the craziest thing first. But I would never finish these projects. And because I never finished them, I never really had like, you know, perspectives to learn and gain new ideas from. So you want to make sure that you're not making anything too big and crazy at first, because you want to make sure you're finishing stuff. Because when you're finishing stuff, you can go back and watch it and you can learn from your mistakes. You can go back and compare what you're making to what people who have been making stuff for a long time have been making. And then you can, like, you know, learn from that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I took a clean frame. Yep, okay. So now I don't need another one. But now what I do need to do is I need to make sure that the cloud is moving. I think the cloud's moving, yeah. It looks like the cloud's moving. It's only moving by like 1 pixel, so. Control T. Alright. How do you get the good nighttime lighting? I'm working on a Batman stop motion, the one you're in, and I can't figure out good night light. Oh yeah, this was actually a pretty hard thing to figure out myself, I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, all I can really say is, you know, the background is like, you know, black, right? And there's not a lot of light sources. I have one light source in this entire scene, right? And it's these 2 lights that are positioned pretty far and away. Like the lights are over here, and the set is all the way over there. They're pretty far. So for the most part, all I can really think of is try to make sure that your characters' faces are lit. Like, you know, the subjects, the setting. The important bits have to be lit up, right? But try using blue lighting and soft blue lighting. That's how you kind of get it. And the background, definitely, like, you know, the atmosphere, like, you know, it has to like, the sky has to be nighttime, right? So that's also a pretty big deal. But blue lighting definitely helps because that looks like moonlight. And make sure it's not harsh. And make sure that it's lighting up the characters nicely. That's all I can really think of. Like even this lighting here, for example, I think might be a bit too much. Like, cause the foreground is definitely overexposed a bit compared to everything else. Like they're in a desert. There's not supposed to be a light source anywhere. Where is the light source like realistically coming from in this scene, in this shot? You know? But whatever. Small things. You can also fix it up in like color correction. Ooh, wait a second, fellas. This song. I'm gonna really quickly just take a small break to just kind of hang out and listen to this song. Because this song is like magical. And also, the remake of this game is coming back. So I'm gonna just put it on just me. We can all just hang out and relax. Let me just take this off. Nice. Bruh. Lake Verity. It's so nice. I hope you guys are all having a swell Monday. You know, it's Monday, y'all. It's 6:11 p.m. here over at in Toronto, where I'm living. You know, making Thor. We got a nice little chat going on right now. 226 viewers. We've been having a really nice one. It's kind of quiet. Let me turn it up for y'all. All right, I turned it up as much as I could, I think. Will I do a No Way Home video when it comes out? Of course. It's a Spider-Man movie. I gotta do one. I gotta. Like, Spider-Man is literally like my soul. Like, that's my soul character. Bruh, this song goes so... In high school, this song was like my go-to. It really, like, I don't know, man. Like being on the bus in the morning, like in the early morning, you know, when the air is different, when everything kind of feels like new and fresh. I would just be on the bus, and like it would be autumn. The leaves were changing. This song would be playing, and all was kind of just right. You know, it was that nice kind of loneliness. You look like a teenager. What can I say, bro? I kind of look young. I recognize that. But I am 22 years old. I was born in 1999. So hopefully, that just means I'm going to look young even when I'm old. That's kind of like the takeaway I'm getting from it, you know? I might look a little bit young now, but when I'm like 40, I'll probably look like a 20-year-old. And that would be cool. I hope. You know? Okay, how does this look? Pew. Nice. Very nice, very nice. It's all coming together, yo. It's all coming together. It's midnight here in Croatia. Yo, we got viewers in Croatia? Yo, see you later, Kai. Will you make one for Captain America? Yes, I will make one for everyone. All these, like, you know, like I've done Iron Man 1, The Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man 2. I'm going in the order of release for these videos. That's kind of like how I've been trying to. That's kind of how I've been trying to make these MCU ones, you know. So that way it can kind of mirror, like, cause like a lot of people like weren't really around for the hype when these videos were coming, like when these movies were coming out. Like I was only like 10 or 11. I didn't really understand what was going on with the MCU. But now, you know, we can kind of relive how the hype was about 10 years ago. You know, as these things are slowly coming out. Could be fun. And also, it doesn't like, you know, it doesn't hurt the fact that these are coming out at a more frequent rate than they actually came out. Like the difference between Iron Man 1 and 2 was 2 years, and on this YouTube channel it was only like 6 months or so, I think. You know, that's like a nice rate. Ooh, the Majora's Mask music is playing too now. Yes, from Texas. Yo, we got a lot of people around the world. It's crazy. Watch EdBound do every MCU now, and then there's 20 more movies later with Galactus and Cat. Yeah, I swear, yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm never gonna be done this series because they're not even gonna be done making those movies. But that's fine. I have not seen Eternals yet. Have you got any animating tips? Yo, JD211. For the most part, do a lot of tests. You know, do a lot of quick tests. Do a lot of quick short tests to kind of get different types of movements down. Try figuring out like different camera angles. Make sure you really get your film stuff down too, right? Because animation is more than just like animating. It's also like your cinematography. It's your lighting. It's your dialogue. It's your writing. It's a lot of stuff. I rhymed. It's funny. Okay, now these can finally land. We can have a nice quiet shot of Thor's hammer in the dirt. You know what's weird, yo? Like in the movie, like it's just on this pedestal, right? On this pedestal of sand. That's just sticking up. Like where'd that come from? Was it just always like that? Did the hammer make it like that? Can you post an animation test? I haven't done animating tests in quite a while, honestly. I did a few when I first got the projector to make sure that it looked all good and stuff. But nothing that's like, I feel like is worth posting. Although you should post everything you make. Because make sure you're also like open to feedback too, right? Make sure you're listening to what people have to say. And you take it in good faith. Okay. Is this the Thor from Fortnite? Oh, you know it is. And that's pretty much it. Damn, yo, this shot was definitely really hard, right? We have like a bunch of flying pieces, debris, an explosion, and a moving camera all at once, right? Not only that, but the moving background too. So, but you know, little by little, frame by frame, every step of the way, we get closer and closer. Ed, what is your favorite Lego set of all time? The Daily Bugle is really cool. That's it. Damn. Incredible. All that work. And now, the fruits of our labor. And remember, when something's like falling or landing, like how these pieces are right now, you want to make sure they shake a little bit on impact, so that way they look like they're actually like really affected by, you know, whatever they just went through. Maybe that's too much though. Yeah, that should be good. And now this has to like kind of just flip over a bit. Cause like impact, you gotta make sure you're animating the impact of whatever you're animating, right? Like, cause there's like kinetic energy. It's all gotta come to a slow stop. Sometimes it can be a bouncy stop, you know. It takes some understanding of physics, I guess, yo. So any physicists in the chat, that's animation. What the heck was that? This stuff, oh, must be reflections. Damn. Very nice. Very nice. Next up, I guess, is the next scene where a guy tries to pull the hammer out of the sand pit and his arm is like plopped off. But it is getting kind of late, so I think I'm gonna do that off stream. Yo, how do streamers do it? How do the streamers that stream for 8 hours a day do it? Like, my throat is kind of getting coarse now. I've only been animating now for, I've only been streaming now for like 2 hours. All right, I'm gonna update the replay. I'm saying though, like, do they got like a superpower or something? Like, what's going on with them? What projector do I use? Let me check. I use this one. It's the RCA home projector. Projector de Cinema Maison. Yeah. Not really much to say about it. It's a pretty good one. It's by RCA. It's not like a high-end one or anything. It was only like $100. The one that Forrest uses is like $4,000, I think, or something like that. It's crazy. All right, so I think that should be enough for this, for the replay. What is my opinion on the new Batman sets? They look good. They look fleshed out. You know, they look exciting. I kind of want them. You know, like the Matt Reeves. Like, for one thing, I'm excited for this Batman movie, right? Robert Pattinson, I know he's gonna kill it. I just know it. And like the Batmobile looks cool. It's a cool looking Batmobile. Just gotta be very careful with these last bits of movement. And I think we're okay. We just gotta move the clouds more. And I think that's pretty much the last bit of movement I have to do for the actual like, you know, animation. Maybe I can move the thing on the right a little bit more. Or maybe these two pieces gotta move a little bit more. Like this one and this one. It's just, it all has to ease out, you know, because they just moved a lot. They have like a lot of like momentum, right? So you kind of have to kill that momentum slowly. And you do that at the end of the animation by just making their increments, like their movements, like really, really tiny. Do I animate my shots in order? Nah, with these videos, I typically tend to go by sets. So I have this desert set, right? That I built for this video. Oh God, what did I do? I have this desert set that I built for this video, right? So now everything that I'm gonna shoot for the next few days is gonna be all the scenes that take place on this area. And that, like, you know, that makes sure I don't have to build the sets and rebuild the sets over and over again, of course. And the stuff slowly comes together as more sets get built, as more scenes get finished. But yeah, it's all out of order. Especially with these videos. Okay. That should be enough. Okay. Now at this point, it's the easiest part of the animation. I just gotta move these clouds. Like 1 inch at a time for every frame. You're gonna hear a lot of click clacking from my keyboard for this because it's literally all in the Photoshop. Like I have this is not a background. This is a Photoshop document open on the screen right now on the projector. You can see it at the top. You can see like the toolbar, the taskbar, whatever, you know? It's my trick. It's how I'm getting these clouds to move. They're not actually like, you know, animated or anything. It's just straight up me moving it in the transform tool. If you get Disney Plus, you can see The Muppet Show and Muppets Haunted Mansion. Nice. Do you think I'll be good at getting the physics of animation done right sometime? Yeah, Cryptic Suit. Yo, listen, all you guys, everybody can get it done. All it takes is practice. All it takes is practice and analyzing yourself and being able to just kind of make the necessary steps to learn and grow. You know, in a sense like this, yo, pride and ego are like your enemy. You know, you don't want to mess with that. You want to be open to hearing what other people have to say about what you're making. And you want to be able to make sure that you realize that everybody has something useful to contribute. Like, that's how I think whenever anybody gives feedback on one of my videos, you know, I have to take it like it's like legitimate, like, you know, you have to take it like it's it's how they took it as, right? Let me rephrase this, okay? If somebody has an issue with the way I made a video, doesn't matter who they are, they had the issue with how I made that. And it's like, you have to take that into consideration whenever you're making anything. It depends what kind of criticism it is. Like, if somebody just says, oh, this sucks, I hate it, that's not actual criticism. But if somebody says something like, the audio in this is kind of like poorly mixed, you know, some areas kind of peak and some areas are kind of staticky or whatever, you got to take that to heart, because that's the actual thing that's probably wrong with what you're making. And it's a step forward to learn and grow, you know? Yo, let's not tell other people in chat to shut up, please, please. You know, we got to be civil and nice to each other in the EdBound chat. You guys can kill each other all you want outside of the chat, but not here. Actually, on second thought, you guys cannot kill each other. You guys cannot kill each other all you want outside of the chat, because it's just not good. I do CGI Lego and it's pretty cheap. I mean, I guess the cost at that point is the cost of human labor, right? Of time and effort. That's where that cost comes in. The thing about money is that, like, you know, it's one of those things. Money is like a shortcut to save time most of the time. What editing software do I use? It's a Premiere Pro. All right, so let's see how this looks now. You can see how the clouds are moving. You guys see that? The clouds are slowly moving. They're very slowly moving, but they're moving, and it looks cool. Adds that extra layer, you know? Add that extra layer of cinema, you know? Very important. EdBound does not support murder. I don't. I'm sorry. Killing people is wrong. Like, you thought I was just saying that as a joke in the Iron Man video? Nah, that was me talking. These streams start at the worst time for me. I'm sorry, I'm a fanatic. Kind of hard to appeal to make sure everybody can get a piece. It can be hard, you know. I got people, like, you know, saying in Croatia it's midnight for them. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm only doing things based on my own perception of the world. Yo, what's up, Batman Stop Motion Studio? Yeah, I remember you. What's up? Thank you very much for the $2. But damn, yo, I think that's pretty much it for this for this shot. Like, yeah, at that point, like, you know, where else am I gonna go from there? Oh god. Why does it light up like that? Why did it suddenly get brighter? What changed? Nothing changed. That's not good. Bro, nothing was supposed to change. How come it got brighter? Look, the background just randomly got brighter. What the heck? Ah, that's not good. That's a big difference. Can I just color correct it later? I don't know if I can. I'm a brute. I actually don't know if I can. Subtle change of focus? Nah, couldn't have been that. I mean, the shot doesn't need to be that long. It's one of these videos, right? Like, at that point, you have all the information you need right here. I got a decent bit done. I mean, I got a decent bit of, like, extra, like, you know, breathing time for this shot. But at this time, like, you know, yeah, you know, it's one of those movies in minutes videos. Everything. Oh, make the change of lightning strike? That's a good idea. Yo, Counter vs Gaming saving the shot? With a clever idea? Let's go. Okay, that could definitely work, 100%. But how? Oh, I can definitely make it like you can hear like lightning in the background, and then there can be like some subtle changes in the lighting in the foreground to make it all good. So how does that look? We make Strong Doctor a theatrical release? I don't know. Like, we might do a Kickstarter for it. So let's see if I can do this. Might be a little bit too instant is the issue. Yeah, and also, like, the issue also there. Damn, it's a good idea. It's legitimately, like, a great idea. The only issue at this point now is that it waits a little bit too long, you know? There's, like, a whole, like, at least a second of animation after it lands, right? You'd think that the lightning strike would be like right then and there. Damn. Nah, it's actually like probably the best idea. But only issue is now is that the shot at this point has gone on too long. The timing isn't right, and the clouds in the background don't match up. So I can't just delete these frames either, because they slowly move. You know, they're moving. But you know, I think this shot looks pretty good as it is. So yeah, it's ready to export. Anyways, my throat is kind of killing me. Mjolnir lands. What if we made a full-length film with Legos? That's one of my dreams. That's one of my goals. Hopefully one day. CG is way more time-consuming than stop motion. I can imagine. No, I think that's legitimately true. I like the background, not the foreground. I need to light up the foreground though. It's also not. It's more of a timing issue at this point. But yeah, I can see CG being way more time-consuming because you got to do the rigging, you got to do the modeling, you got to do a lot of stuff. You know, the easy part about stop motion is that there's not a lot of like nitty-gritty with it when it comes to actually putting everything together. Unlike modeling and stuff. Cool. All right. Shot done, everybody. Really, I think that's pretty much gonna be the end of the stream right there too. But this was a great stream. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you all for watching. You know, me animate a hammer crashing into Earth. You know, it took like 2 hours to get this. But you know, that's animation for you. This is a very like a hard shot. It was a hard shot because there's a lot of stuff to mask and there's like camera movements and stuff in the background. But I will finish this shot with like the masking and everything soon. So if you want to see how it all looks completed, follow me on Twitter at Edwin. Wait, yeah, it's at EdBound. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure to get that done like tonight. You guys can check that out. Watch Fox Pixar Idiot, please. Okay. If you get Disney Plus, you can watch Muppet Show. Nice. Okay. You're gonna do the Sam Lee camo if you should put your minifigure in it. I don't know if I can take his place like that. That feels disrespectful a little bit. What's up, the Epic Monkey? I'm gonna leave you guys with this image of Thor, just hanging out. I'm Thor. Thor did not have facial hair in the first movie, so I have to change the head. But are you even working on Strong Darker? Not right now. Because I'm working on this. But yeah, Strong Doctor is one of those things that eventually we want to get done. But it's one of those things we also realize that it's gonna take a lot of planning and a lot of good execution. But fellas, let's see if I can put anything cool on the projector now. Actually, this wormhole maybe. Ooh, isn't this cool? It's like, bro, I'm gonna be so dumb with this. I can be like, whoa, I'm going through this. But yes. Thank you all. Wait a second. Wait a second. I got another idea for this. I'm gonna put my own stream up here. Be like I'm talking to myself. Sorry, y'all. I'm enjoying myself a little bit too much. Let's see. Let's put myself up there. Let's click the live button, so that way we can go to where we actually are. And let's see how I look. Let's see how I look like with. This is incredible. I'm barely on camera. There we go. So, MB Studios, Cryptic Studios, a lot of studios. Lego Shorts, Doofus McGoofus, E&J Studios, Deshaun Gopal Stop Motion, Sayer Jamer 17, Nyx Films, Samantha Osborne, Ethan Animator, MBAC Films. A lot of cool people in the chat right now. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Next Monday, I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be like another animation. I might still be working on this. I really want to get this done like before the end of November. So I'm probably just going to put all my effort into this project. I will be releasing things like, bit by bit, like, little things that I've made or little tricks that I developed for this video, this production. And like hopefully releasing those little, bits throughout the next few weeks while I work on this video. Anyways, see you guys next time. If you guys want to watch this stream again, it's going to be left up on my channel like forever and all time until YouTube dies. And if you guys want to see how this shot turns out, like fully completed, fully masked, fully sound edited and everything, follow my Twitter because I'm going to be posting it there tonight. Anyways, see you. Can you really quickly show the end? What do you mean the end? Like how it looks? That's how it looks. Like this? Is this what you're talking about? Boom. But yeah, pretty much it.